I'm Steve Armitage, along with Byron McDonald, the head coach at the University of Toronto, former Olympic swimmer, and my partner in the booth for the past 25 years. Welcome to the CIBC Pan Am Aquatic Center and Fieldhouse as we get set for night number 4 in Pan Am swimming. And Byron, looking forward to this night because Canadian fans will get their first look at a man who has been the mainstay of the para swimming program in this country for the last decade plus, Benoit Huot.
Well, he's definitely had the spotlight, and I think he's shown a wonderful, bright spotlight on the entire sport of para swimming and the entire para movement, because he's done so well and achieved so many great things. And he'll be up in the third event, the men's 400-meter freestyle. And I think he's been an ambassador, not just for Canada, basically for the entire world. And of course, he was the one that did the athlete's oath at the opening ceremonies on behalf of the athletes here at the Parapan Games.
And it's also the night that Canadian swim fans are looking forward to because there's a possibility that Arlie Rivard could win a third gold medal.
And right now, based on best times, I'd say it's probably going to happen, Steve. She is coming fresh off the World Championships where she won that gold medal in the same event. So she has to be highly, highly favored and part of the new wave of Canadian swimming. And yesterday we saw a lot of Brazilian sprinters sprinting to the top of the podium, and there aren't many sprint events tonight, so the Brazilians may not have as much power, but they've still got a very strong team at these Parapans, and we expect to see them on the podium many times.
And we'll get another look at a young man from Colombia who has become a star here in Toronto, Nelson Crispin.
Well, Nelson Crispin has a tremendous resume to the stuff that he's been able to accomplish in the pool. Every time he hits the water, it looks like he's going to be able to win a gold medal, and tonight should be no problem. He's favored to win the 200 individual medley in the SM 5-6 category. He's coming off already 2 gold and a bronze at this competition, so he'll walk away from Toronto with a nice haul of medals, probably 5 or 6 medals by the time he's finally finished, a 23-year-old from Colombia.
The men are coming on deck for the first event of the night, the 100-meter breaststroke SB8. There's the start list for the men's 100-meter breaststroke SB8. Facundo Lazo of Argentina will have lane 4. He won a gold medal in this event way back in 2003 with Parapan American.
Lane number 1 is Jesus Sanchez from Venezuela, 21 years of age. He swam earlier in the competition, finished 9th in the 50-meter freestyle. 2 will be Agustin Orellana from Argentina, only 18 years of age. The Pan Pacific Championships. There are many different championships for both able-bodied and para swimmers, and there's a Pan Pacific Championship held last year in California. Armando Luis Andrade from Mexico, gold and a silver medal already this competition. 3 of them, 3 medals 4 years ago at the Parapans. He's an Olympian from Mexico. Facundo Lazo from Argentina, 32 years of age, a Paralympian. This is the first time we've seen him at this competition here in Toronto. Lane number 5, Lopes Maciel from Brazil, 37 years of age. He also was at the Paralympic Games in 2012 in London. He was 6th earlier in the 100-meter butterfly in Toronto. Canadian Zach McAllister, 21 years of age, from the University of Lethbridge, Alberta. A member of the Paralympic team and the Parapan team 4 years ago. His Canadian teammate Chris Sargent from Kingston, 2011, he won a silver medal and a bronze medal at the Parapans in Guadalajara. He's already got a bronze medal in the 50-meter freestyle here in Toronto. The 8th person in this 8-person field, Pedro Davaneta from Peru. Very interesting story. He won a bronze medal in the Para Badminton World Championships. That's him way up at the top. You can see him in lane 8 loosening his arms. But there's no badminton at the Olympics, and he wants to go to the Olympics. So he switched to swimming last year, and here he is in the final at the Parapans.
2 lengths of the pool. This is the final of the men's 100-meter breaststroke SB8. Facundo Lazo of Argentina has lane 4. He did a 1:19.07 in the prelims. Gold in this event back in 2003 at the Parapans.
And The start is obviously important, but more importantly, it's a question of who's got the better timing of their stroke and how they can get their rhythm going. And right now, you've got lane number 4. The yellow lines indicate lanes 4 and 5. Lane 1's at the bottom, lane 8's at the top, and they delineate lane 4 and 5, so it's really, in essence, easier for the viewers. It doesn't mean that make any difference for the athletes, but for the viewers, you can now see the middle of the 4. The fastest qualifier is always given lane 4.
Good battle between Lazo, Lopes Maciel of Brazil, and Zach McAllister of Canada as they touch, turn over, have less than 50 meters to go. It is Lazo Andrade of Mexico and Lopes Maciel of Brazil.
At this particular point now, you'd have to say that the favorite in lane number 4 is probably going to be able to win because he was behind at the 25, caught up and started to pass the other athletes by the 50 meter, and now he's starting to extend. The only one really has a chance to catch him maybe is Lopes Maciel in lane number 5 on the left of the leader, on the top of the leader right there, because he's starting to pick it up, but I don't think he's got enough room left.
Just under 10 meters to go in the men's 100-meter breaststroke, and it is Facundo Lazo of Argentina, 5 meters away from a gold medal in this event. He was gold back in 2003, and he's gold in 2015, and touching for the silver, Andrade of Mexico. And the winning time for Lazo, 1:18.85. Second place to Andrade, 1:22.02. Third place to Maciel of Brazil, 1:22.26. Two swimmers coming in to touch to make this race official. Jesus Sanchez of Venezuela gets 7th, and Pedro de Vanatia of Peru goes to 8th place. There's your gold medalist, Facundo Lazo of Argentina.
Right off the bat, it was really nothing between the top 3 or 4 athletes. A good one by lane number 3, actually. All right, and that is Andrade from Mexico. But he couldn't translate that into a big lead at the 50-meter mark because Lazo, your eventually gold medalist, was already in the lead in the 50. Had a really good pull-out. Now watch him as he drives. He's got a real good drive from his kick to the wall. Good body. Now watch the touch at the wall. You're going to see lane number 3 right at the bottom there. He's going to come in. That's Andrade from Mexico. He gets the silver medal over Lopes from Brazil, who gets the bronze medal. But the happy man is Facundo Lazo, Argentina, new games record, 1:18 plus.
Good swim from the Argentinian to take the gold in the men's 100 breast. Argentina picking up gold in the men's 100-meter breaststroke SB8, the silver to Mexico, and the bronze to Brazil.
Well, what a start, a record in the very first race. Last night it felt like there was a record fell in every race. I wonder if we'll carry that on.
Katarina Roxon of St. John's, Newfoundland will be swimming in lane 4 in the women's 100-meter breaststroke. She is the America's record holder in the distance. She set that record in winning bronze at the World Championships with a time of 1:21.97. The women are coming on the deck for the 100 breaststroke SB8. Roxon of Canada will have lane 4.
Should mention the different categories. SB stands for swimming and breaststroke. It's a different designation, and I'll mention in a second exactly what that means. Lane number 1, Imelda Gonzalez from Mexico, 21 years of age, already finished 5th place in the 400-meter freestyle here in Toronto at the Parapan Games. Next to her in lane number 2 is Karina Lopez, 17-year-old. Her teammate has already swum 3 of the races here, a 5th, a 6th, and a 10th place, so see if we can get a little bit closer to the podium in this one. Lane number 3, Gabriela Cantagello from Brazil, 23 years of age. 4 years ago, won a medal in the breaststroke at the Parapans, this very event. She'll try to get back to the podium, but the odds-on favorite has to be the Canadian, Katarina Roxon, 22 years of age from Newfoundland, attends Memorial University, coached by her dad, 2-time Paralympian. Won 4 medals at the Parapans 8 years ago. Anna Johan from the United States, born in Kyrgyzstan, adopted, moved to United States when she was 2 years old. She's from Chicago area now, attending DeVry University. She won 5 gold medals 4 years ago at the Parapans in Mexico. Abby Tripp, the Canadian 14-year-old, second youngest member in the Canadian team here from Kingston. Started swimming at age 7. She has cerebral palsy, was in the 50 freestyle earlier and finished 4th. And there's Valentina Munoz from Chile. She also is only 14 years of age. She swam in the South American Games last summer and picked up 2 bronze medals.
7 swimmers on the blocks for the women's 100-meter breaststroke SB8. Katarina Roxon of Canada is in lane 4. She won bronze at the World Championships. Currently holds the record, the America's record in the event, 1:21.97. Two lengths of the pool, the women's 100-meter breaststroke SB8.
Tremendous start by lane number 5, Anna Johan from the United States. She is expected to be able to give Roxanne a bit of a push, and I should mention, Steve, that the S categories are 1 through 10, and the lower the number, the higher the number of disability, but there's a unique little twist with breaststroke, and that is the fact that because it's more difficult, some of the swimmers that are S9 for the other events can actually be an SB8, and that's what's happening in this one.
We expected the battle between Roxanne of Canada and Johannes of the United States, and that's exactly what we've got. Roxanne leading the field to the wall. She'll touch, turn over, and have less than 50 meters to go in the women's 100-meter breaststroke. Johannes of the United States is currently sitting in 2nd, and Cantaglio of Brazil is 3rd.
This could easily be a new America's record for Katarina Roxon. She's already had a very good meet with a couple of silver medals in the 400 free. Big upset, actually, winning the silver medal in the 50-meter freestyle. She is certainly way ahead of the field. Her first 50-meter split was 38.3, so if she could come back in about a 42, she's going to get under her America's best time of 121.97. Watch that clock down in the bottom right.
She already has a couple of silvers. She's about to get her first gold. Katarina Roxon of Canada in the women's 100 breast, touching for gold. 122.18 her time. And coming in for 2nd place and silver medal, Anna Johannes of the United States. And in lane 3, Cantaglio of Brazil will touch for the bronze medal. Time again for Roxon, 122.18. For Johannes, 129.30. And for the Brazilian, 138.96. Lopez of Mexico touches, and this race goes into the books. As official, smiling Katarina Roxon of St. John's, Newfoundland. Her first gold medal of the Parapan swimming here in Toronto, to go with her silver in the 50 and the 400 free.
And there's your bronze medalist. Gabrielle is in lane number 3. She ended up with the bronze medal behind Roxon and Johannes. Off the block, look at lane number 5, the second of the 2 yellow lanes higher in the picture. Johannes has an amazing start. Beautiful glide, beautiful kick to the service. But that would be about it in terms of leading the race, because Roxon quickly passed her by the 50-meter mark, came back with a very strong swim on the second 50 meters, just slightly over her best time in America's record of 121.9, missing it by a 10th. But she was able to get out in front, get the gold medal, and then the battle really was a question of who was going to be 2nd or 3rd. And that's your 3rd place swimmer right there, Cantaglio from Brazil.
Some of the best atmosphere we've had here in these first 4 days. People were stamping on the floor, stamping on the medal steps as well. Really was a thunderous atmosphere as they came down.
Katarina Roxon of Canada wins the women's 100-meter breaststroke. 122.18, a games record. Anna Johannes of the United States gets the silver, and the Brazilian picks up the bronze.
All you need to do is make sure the hashtag TO2015 is in your tweet. Put the word swimming in there somewhere as well, and we'll try and read out the best ones that we get throughout the course of the evening. Do send us your tweets, then you might end up on our big screen like these people here. Pictures from right around these Parapan American Games. races down. 2 games records have tumbled already. We're ready for a next one.
Mesdames et messieurs, voici les athlètes pour l'épreuve de 400 mètres libres S10 pour les hommes.
The men are coming on deck for the 400-meter freestyle, S10.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes.
And we get our first look at a Canadian para-swimming legend, Benoit Huot. And Huot will be in lane 5. His teammate Alec Elliott will have 4. Isaac Buckley will make a leap. Will have lane 3.
Venezuela. In lane 2, representing Venezuela.
Only 5 men in this field. Feeling pretty good about himself. Sergio Liberati from Venezuela will have lane number 2, 20 years of age. He was 7th earlier in this competition. Isaac Buckley was a silver medal earlier in that same race that Liberati swam, the 100-meter breaststroke. He was originally out of Oshawa, now training in Montreal. He's 21 years of age. The favorite to win the gold medal, which is hard to say when considering that the next person after this is Benoit Huot, but Alec Elliott's been swimming on fire for the last 12 to 18 months. He's out of Kitchener, now trains with Mike Thompson. His first national team was just last year, already a pair of bronze medals. There's Benoit Huot, great ambassador for the sport, 19 Paralympic medals to his credit. 31 years of age, out of Montreal. As we said, he gave the athlete's oath at the opening ceremonies. Bruno Lemaire, the 30-year-old Argentinian, will have lane number 6. He won a bronze medal 4 years ago in this very event. 5 medals in total to his credit at the Parapans in Mexico 4 years ago.
8 lengths of the pool are getting set for the men's 400-meter freestyle S10. Canadians in lanes 3, 4, and 5. Benoit Huot, 4-time Paralympian with 19 medals, will be in lane 5. The men's 400 free. Byron McDonald, always a race in which a great deal of strategy takes place. You can't take out too fast, but if you're too slow off the top of the race, you could be in trouble later.
Well, and the athletes have to do this, have to figure out how to do it and train with their coach on how they want to do this. It's an 8-lap race. As you say, you've got to pace it very well. I think what Benoit Huot is going to do here, you see he's at the top. That's Benoit Huot at the top. I think what he's going to do is try to use his press clippings a little bit here and sort of say, you know what, I'm going out after this, try to catch me guys, and whether or not he's good enough to be able to keep the other guys at bay for the entire 8 lengths, I don't know, but I like his strategy. I like the fact he's going for it. This is pretty cool.
And we don't say that in a negative way for Benoit. He's just simply been around so long and done so much in the sport that, yeah, he deserves that.
Deserves that kind of credibility, and that kind I've seen this happen in able-bodied swimming as well with one of the great models, Vladimir Salnikov. He did the same kind of thing, and he intimidated the opposition, and even though he hurt a little bit at the end, the opposition couldn't catch him. That's what Benoit Huot's going to have to hope that happens in this one.
Less than 300 meters to go now. The men's 400 free S10. 3 Canadians, Benoit Huot, Alec Elliott, and Isaac Buckley racing 1, 2, 3. Bruno Lemaire of Argentina is swimming at the top of your picture in lane 6. There's one other swimmer, Sergio Liberati of Venezuela. He is in lane 2.
And he's a fair bit of a ways behind. This is really a 3-horse race for the medals at this particular point. I don't see it changing. Canadian fans in the stands, of course, are getting a real treat because a lot of them are obviously Canadian. They'll be cheering for a big sweep. So the question we're talking about pacing with Benoit. Has he gone out too fast or hasn't he? The good news for Benoit is if you notice how he's kicking, he's not kicking a lot. That takes a lot of extra oxygen, and it looks like he's going to have a little bit in reserve if he keeps this up.
Coming to the wall, the touch turnover. They're at the halfway point of the men's 400-meter freestyle S10, and Canada's Benoit Huot is in the lead. He won gold in this event, the 400 free, at the 07 Parapan in Rio of course, he's won 19 Paralympic medals, and just coming off the World Championships where he was silver in this event in Glasgow, Scotland, at the time of 4:11.55. And right now, he's got a big lead on his two teammates, Alec Elliott and Isaac Buckley.
And based off the performance in Glasgow, he's using that to his advantage to basically say, I'm the guy, try to get me if you can, but I'm going to go out pretty quick on this one and see if you can come and get me. He's had a very difficult last 12 months in the sense that somebody broke into his home and stole 7 of his Paralympic and Parapan medals. Just recently, some of them were restored to him and returned to him.
It is Benoit Huot of Canada leading the way to the wall. He's going to touch, turn over, have less than 100 meters to go now in the final of the men's 400 free S10. Isaac Buckley sitting in second position and Alec Elliott in third.
Benoit told me that he would come to Toronto because he is such a good ambassador and he'd be meeting corporate sponsors. He'd say, could I please come and swim in your pool? And I go, Benoit, you're an institution. Anytime you want to come into the city and need a place to train, don't hesitate to ask. And he said, I'm still swimming because I want to compete in the home games, and that's why he's here.
Huot off the wall, less than 50 meters to go now. The men's 400 free S10. And Huot has a commanding lead on his teammate Isaac Buckley, who is swimming in lane 3, and Alec Elliott, who is in lane 4. Huot, silver in the 400 free at the Worlds a couple of weeks ago in Glasgow, Scotland. He's going to make it gold here at the Parapan Games in Toronto. Gold for Benoit Huot of Canada. And coming in to touch for the silver will be Isaac Buckley from Montreal. And touching for third place will be Alec Elliott, the third Canadian in this field. So it's a 1-2-3 finish for the Canadians in the men's 400 free. Just coming into touch now in lane 6, Bruno Lemaire of Argentina. He gets 4th, and we still have a swimmer heading back up the pool, Sergio Liberati of Venezuela. He will still have about 60 meters to go.
He certainly will. The other athletes obviously still in the water awaiting the arrival of Liberati as he turns now to come back on his final length of this one. While he's swimming, we'll just comment on Benoit Huot. That was a brilliantly tactical race. Went out very strong, quickly distanced himself from his competitors, but paced it very, very well. He went out in 2:04 and came back in 2:05. I mean, that's a very even split of a very fit young man. Even if he's 31, I'm still going to call him a young man. He was performing like a young man, like he has when he's won those 19 Paralympic medals. So Benoit Huot, certainly a brilliant performance in this 400-meter freestyle gold medal effort, as everyone here now is cheering for Liberati to finish the race.
Liberati with just a few meters to go to make this race official, the men's 400 free. Liberati charges for 5th spot. A 1-2-3 finish led by that man, Benoit Huot of Canada. Isaac Buckley, his Canadian teammate, gets the silver, and Elliott the bronze.
Towards the end of the race, just watch now, he's losing his legs more. He's got more kick. In the beginning, we commented that he was letting his legs drift a little bit behind him. Wasn't kicking hard. He's picking it up, head down, drive to the wall. As I said, he was out in 2:04 at the halfway, back in 2:05. That's brilliant sprinting, brilliant swimming, and you've got to be in shape to be able to do that. And Benoit is obviously showing he's come to these games with a mission, shaved his head for this competition to make sure he's putting the icing and making sure he's totally committed, and he is committed and swimming brilliantly.
Like it was nothing.
Like a lock in a screen, nothing was going to stop him. He was away. I'll tell you what, I don't know what you thought was going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. You left your house earlier on, you were like, I'm going off to the swimming.
Gold, silver, bronze for the Canadians in the men's 400-meter freestyle S10. Benoit Huot leading the way, followed by Isaac Buckley and Alec Elliott.
More of those tweets coming in. Shoddy says, start of the Canadian swing. A picture on Thunderous Tuesday. Yeah, the hashtag's catching on. Get in. Keep them coming. TO 2015, TO swimming, or hashtag swimming, should I say. And keep you waving. More 400-meter action coming up in just a moment's time. Women's event, and they will appreciate just as much cheering as we had there in the men's event as well. There's another opportunity, a real opportunity to make it a hat-trick of gold here for Canada.
Within the first 4 events.
Within the first 4 events, wowzers. Antonia, the furious bird, he's up there. Says Canada's men, 400, it's a sweep. Keep them coming in. Hashtag swimming, hashtag thunderous Tuesday. My city, my star also tweeting it as well. So too, Ted Wheatley.
Mesdames et messieurs, voici les athlètes pour l'épreuve de 400 mètres libres S10 pour les femmes.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a la gran final. Mujeres, 400 metros. Estilo libre, S10.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the women's 400
The winner on deck for the 400-meter freestyle, S10. Canada's Paralympic Rivard will be favored in this one. She is the world champion, and she will have lane 4.
Représentant la Colombie.
Carril 2, Colombia.
There's Guerrera Zapata, youngster, 13 years of age. She's already had a couple of swims here, and I keep mentioning how amazing it is that she swam last year at the South American Games as a 12-year-old.
Carril 3,
Serafina King will have lane number 3 next to her, 17 years of age. The American is out of Santa Monica, California, and was swim at age 7. Was at the Parapan Pacific Championships last summer in California. Orly Rivard, the Canadian, already a pair of gold medals to her credit, 19 years of age, from Montreal, is the world champion in this race. 2.5 weeks ago in Glasgow, Scotland. Ruby Cristino, 18 years of age, from Mexico, a silver medal in the shorter 50-meter sprint freestyle earlier in this competition. See how she can fare in the longer 400-meter race. Samantha Ryan, the second Canadian in the field, will have lane number 6. She's from Saskatoon. 2014 last year was her first major national team. She already has a silver medal in the 100-meter butterfly. And the 6th woman in this field, Javier Figueroa from Chile, will have lane number 7. She's 21 years of age. This is her first race, the 2015 Toronto Paralympic Games. Lane 1 and lane 8 are vacant.
6 swimmers getting set for the women's 400-meter freestyle S10. And there's the favorite, Orly Rivard, the 19-year-old from Canada. Gold in the 50 free and the 100 flies, silver in the 100-meter breaststroke. She's the current world champion in the women's 400-meter free. And she won that gold and that title at the World Championships with a time of 4:33.06. 8 lengths of the pool, the women's 400-meter freestyle S10. Guerrera Zapata of Colombia has 2. Serafina King of the United States in 3. Orly Rivard of Canada in 4. Ruby Cristino of Mexico in 5. Samantha Ryan of Canada in 6. And Figueroa of Chile is in lane 7.
This basically looks like, or should play out, that it's Orly Rivard against the clock, because she is definitely way better than most of the other athletes in this competition based on best times. So can she push herself without anybody there to push her and try to get under the time? She said, my goal after winning the World Championships, I feel so confident now. I've been trying to do that for 3 years to win a gold medal in this event. I won a silver medal at the Paralympics in London. Now I've got it. I've got a lot of confidence. I'm going to use that to try to go even faster at the Parapans in Toronto.
Ruby Cristino of Mexico, the 18-year-old who is swimming to Rivard's right, is not going to give it to her. They'll come to the wall, touch and turn over, and they have just completed the first 100 of this 400-meter freestyle for women, S10.
Well, I like it. Don't back down. Go for it. All right. Great way to get into the race for Cristino, the Mexican 18-year-old in second spot at this. It is an 8-lap race, however, so we're going to be able to see if that early move by Cristino will keep her in the race or maybe cost her enough that she could even drop back into third. Now, currently in second spot, still trying to hang on to Rivard.
And this is one of those distances where if you go out too quickly, you'll have nothing left coming home. It's a very demanding race that way. And there is usually a lot of strategy and tactics involved in a 400. Early Rivard of Canada, well in front. Now 2 body lengths up on Ruby Cristino, the 18-year-old from Mexico, who is swimming to her right. Serafina King currently in third spot, and Samantha Ryan of Canada swimming in lane 6 is sitting in fourth, but it's still a battle between Ruby Cristino of Mexico and Orly Rivard of Canada, an 18 and 19-year-old.
Well, I like the way this is playing out. Cristino's not backing down. She's doing a great job. Kind of lost a bit on that turn, actually. Cristino did. Rivard had a very good turn. But look at her, she's looking right at her. Look at that, I like it. She's looking forward, trying to see how much she's got, if she can stay close to Rivard. The national coaches for the Canadian para team have said all along that Rivard is part of the changing of the guard. The previous event to this, we saw Benoit Huot, the 31-year-old, 19 para medals to his credit. He is retiring after this quadrennial. They need someone else to step up to the podium and step up to lead the team, and they're basically saying that Orly Rivard is certainly going to be one of those athletes who comes to the forefront and leads this team for the next probably two quadrennials.
Cristino and Rivard battling it out for the gold medal in the women's 400-meter freestyle. And it looks as if Rivard has just taken it up a gear or two here in this race over Cristino of Mexico.
And that's exactly what's happening. Cristino probably overextended herself a little bit on the front end.
They're coming to the wall. They'll touch, turnover, and have less than 100 meters to go now. The women's 400-meter freestyle, and it's been a good battle between Ruby Cristino of Mexico and Orly Rivard of Canada. Rivard in lane 4, Cristino in 5, but right now Rivard has opened up about a 5 or 6 body length lead in this battle for gold in the women's 400 free.
What a difference 100 meters can make. Cristino was in less than a body length behind at the halfway mark after 4 laps, but now after 6 laps, it's extended to about 5 body lengths. No question, it's all Orly Rivard. Can she get to her best time that she set when she won the World Championship? That's really the goal that she set coming in. She wants to try to establish that.
Less than 50 meters to go now. The women's 400 free. Rivard all alone in front. That World Championship time is 4:34.06 for the Canadian. And right now she is about 15 meters away from a third gold medal at the Parapan Am swimming event here in Toronto. 5 meters to go for Rivard. Rivard gets the gold in the women's 400 free. Coming in to touch for silver will be Ruby Cristino of Mexico. And the time for Rivard, 4:33.40. That betters her time in Glasgow when she won the World Championship. Coming in to pick up the bronze medal, Serafina King of the United States, the 17-year-old from Santa Monica, gets the bronze in the women's 400 free. Samantha Ryan of Canada will touch for 4th place in lane 6. And coming in to touch for 5th will be Maria Barrera Zapata, the 13-year-old from Colombia, still in the water. And at the top of your picture, Adiera Figueroa of Chile, a 21-year-old. She turns and has less than 50 to go to make this race official, the women's 400 free.
Well, Rivard at the halfway mark, he commented, was right with the swimmer in lane number 5, 6, Cristino, and it was a question really of would she pick it up, and did pick it up, and did what's called even splitting. The two basically split that race right in half, just the way Benoit Huot did. The second half was the exact same speed as the first half. You got to be incredibly fit to be able to do that. As we watch lane number 7, Figueroa from Chile, coming into the end with her teammates cheering her on, walking down the sidelines, getting her all the way to the end of this 400-meter freestyle.
touches to finish the women's 400-meter freestyle S10. There's your gold medalist, Aurélie Rivard of Canada. Her third gold at the Parapan American Games in Toronto. Silver to Ruby Cristino of Mexico, and bronze to Serafina King of the U.S.
Beautifully tactically committed race. Go out feel light and easy getting out, come back incredibly strong. Look at her picking it up, no doubt. Head down, right to the wall. Third gold medal for Aurélie Rivard, this time in the 400-meter freestyle. Superb swimming. This is the fastest swimmer in the world in her category, S10, in this race, the 400-meter freestyle. Aurélie Rivard.
4:33.40, record time for Aurélie Rivard of Canada, winning the women's 400-meter freestyle S10. A third goal for Aurélie Rivard of Canada. And this kind, it comes in the women's 400-meter freestyle S10. Mexico picks up the silver, and the United States get the bronze.
Let us know what you think of the start of tonight. 3 gold medals back-to-back. A clean sweep in the men's 400. What an evening.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de remise de médailles.
Damas y caballeros, la ceremonia de premiación.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now bring you the victory ceremony for the men's 100 meters breaststroke SB8 final.
This is the victory ceremony for the men's 100-meter breaststroke SB8. Medal presenters and athletes on deck.
Les médailles seront présentées
Presenting the
par
medals, Ms. Sophie Kiwala, Parliamentary Assistant to the Minister responsible for the
Parliamentary Assistant to the Minister responsible for the Pan Am and Parapan Games,
Mr. Peter Dandelay, Medical and Scientific Director of the
Accompagné
International
par-
Paralympic
Acompañada por
Games, represent the
accompanied by Executive
Military
Board Member of the
souvenirs
Foundation for
at
Global Sports Development,
porcupine.
Mr. David Dulwich.
médaille de bronze.
medalla de bronce.
Bronze medal winner representing Brazil, Carlos Lopez.
Carlos Lopez Maciel of Brazil gets the bronze medal in the men's 100-meter breaststroke.
He's a 2012 Paralympian, so he has experienced in international competition, but this is one of his first ever medals at an international competition, and he's pretty happy about it.
And that is Mr. David Dulwich, Executive Board Member of the Foundation for Global Sports Development, who is presenting the military mascot souvenir
Médaille
to
d'argent.
Maciel of Brazil.
Medalla de plata.
Silver medal winner representing Mexico, Armando Andrade.
Mexico's Armando Luis Andrade picks up the silver.
This is his third medal of these games. He had 3 medals 4 years ago. He's got 3 medals already here, but he's got another event to go. So he could easily end up with another to outdistance that total from 4 years ago. 21 years of age, Mexican swimmer, one of the strong members of an incredibly strong Mexican European team.
Médaille d'or et champion Parapan American.
Medalla de oro y campeón para Panamericano.
Gold medal winner and Parapan American champion, representing Argentina, Facundo Lasso.
Argentina's Facundo Lazo, who was at the top of the podium in this event back in 2003. Here in 2015, he's back on top as a 32-year-old gold medalist in Toronto.
Unlike some of the other swimmers, we saw Andrade, who was already in his 4th event here. We're talking a true specialist. As I came in to swim the breaststroke, swim well, and he's certainly
Mesdames et messieurs, l'hymne national.
first race at these games.
Damas y caballeros,
And
el
in honor of that
himno
win,
nacional.
Ladies and
the
gentlemen,
national anthem
national
of
anthem
Argentina.
of Argentina.
Mesdames et messieurs, les médaillés Parapan American.
Damas y caballeros, con ustedes, los medallistas para Panamericano.
Gold to Argentina, silver to Mexico, and bronze to Brazil for the men's 100-meter breaststroke SB8.
There were more tears on the podium. Madison, we've seen a few of those this week, haven't we?
Yeah, I just love the overwhelming emotion that people are having receiving their medals. It really, truly shows that this is extremely special to them.
Well, that's how much it means, and it means more to them because you guys are here cheering them on and applauding their achievements at every step. The noise inside here tonight, I have to say, we're on day 4. I think this is the best crowd so far.
By far, you guys have been absolutely awesome. You should give yourselves a hand.
The bad news part of that is we haven't got medals to give to all of you. That would just be madness. Well done. You've been absolutely brilliant. Keep it going.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de remise des médailles.
Damas y caballeros, la ceremonia de premiación.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now bring you the victory ceremony for the women's 100 meters breaststroke SB8.
Set now for the victory ceremony in the women's 100-meter breaststroke SB8. Serena Roxanne, Gabriela Tagalo,
Médaille de bronze.
United States,
Medalla
finishing
de
1,
bronce.
2, 3.
Winner of the bronze medal, representing
There's
Brazil,
Tagalo of Brazil,
Gabriela
23-year-old.
Tagalo.
Bronze in the 100-meter breast back in 2011. That's the color of her medal this time around.
Nothing wrong with repeating getting to the podium, that's for sure.
Ms. Sophie Koala, parliamentary assistant to the minister responsible for the Pan and Parapan Am Games, presenting the medals and the miniature mascot, presented by Mr. David Phillips,
Médaille d'argent.
executive board member of the Foundation for Global Sports Development.
Silver medal winner, representing the United States of America, Ana Johannes.
Anna Johannes of the United States gets the silver.
That's her second medal, and she has a few events to go, including one of the American relays, so she could get up to that total that she had 4 years ago in Mexico. At the Parapans there, she had 5 medals, albeit 4 years ago they were all gold. So far, she's got a silver and a bronze to her credit.
Médaille de champion Parapan American.
Medalla de oro y campeona para Panamericana.
at the World Championships a few weeks ago. She was bronze. Here in Toronto, solid gold. Katarina Roxon of Canada. The winner in the women's 100-meter breaststroke SB8.
Katarina attends Memorial University in St. John's, Newfoundland. She's coached by her dad, Leonard. Now she's got a gold medal to go with the 2 silver medals she's already won at this competition. Showing one of the best competitions of this young lady's life. Katarina Roxon, 22 years of age. Just to listen to the Canadian national anthem for her gold medal effort.
Ladies and gentlemen,
in the women's 100 meter
national
breast
anthem
SB8.
of Canada.
The medalists in the women's 100-meter breaststroke SB8. The gold to Katarina Roxon. The silver to Anna Johannes of the United States, and the bronze to Brazil.
So the medal ceremony there for the women's 100-meter breaststroke. Katarina Roxon, that was the second games record of the evening. Tonight it was 4 so far, and it was the first of the 3 back-to-back gold medals for Canada here in Toronto. 3 golds in a row, and we're going to see the other 2 medal ceremonies in a little while. We've got plenty more action to come. We're going to kick back off in a moment with the women's 100-meter breaststroke final. We've got men's 50 meters and women's 50 meters breaststroke action in the SB3 category as well. We've got quick-fire men's 50 freestyles, the S11 and S12 finals coming up in a little while. Do stay tuned. And don't forget, if you want to get in touch with us, send us a tweet. Hashtag TO2015. Try and read the best ones out. You can put swimming in your message as well. That'll be even better. So if you're on our big screen, no matter where you're from, here's our friends from America. Bit of flag waving in unison.
Oh, here we go. I was going to say, that's the most casual flag waving I've ever seen.
Yes, get your feet off those chairs, young man.
Ooh, person in the striped shirt definitely wants to be on that big screen.
Again, if you do send us a tweet, you can end up on the big screen as well. Make sure you put swimming into yours. Know you're in the building. Three goals tonight takes Canada's medal tally up to 13 goals. 6 medals in total. These people are happy to be here. American flag. That's it, just barge that other lady out of the way. Oh, that was nice. Oh, yes, we're all friends, really, aren't we? He's back. The man that keeps the apples in his pocket is in the house.
Mesdames et messieurs, voici les athlètes pour l'épreuve de 100 mètres brasse SB6 pour les femmes.
The swimmers are coming on deck for the women's 100-meter breaststroke SB6.
Breaststroke SB6 final.
A Brazilian will have the middle of the pool. In lane 4, she'll be challenged by Riley Boyd and Sophie Herzog of the United States in 3 and 5.
And in lane number 2, there is no swimmer in lane number 1, so lane number 2 will be the first woman we get to see. Naomi Samuela from Mexico, only 16 years of age. She swam in the 2013 youth. Get ready for this and already has a silver medal. Sophia Herzog, the 18-year-old from Colorado, will swim for the United States. She won a bronze medal in the 50-meter freestyle earlier in this competition. She'll have lane number 3. Next to her in lane number 4, not 18 years of age, 47 years of age. First Parapan she ever swam in was back in 1995. She has done 13 Ironmans. Very fit woman, a 2012 Olympian. She's 47 from Brazil. Riley Boyd, the other American in the field, and number 5, 19 years of age, from Fort Collins, Colorado. Attended school at the University of California, San Diego. She won a pair of medals 4 years ago at the Parapans in Mexico. There's this Canadian in the field, Nadia Langella, 21 years of age, from Mississauga, which is a suburb of the city of Toronto. Her coach is Craig Mortimer. The first teams were last year, 2014, for the senior team. And the final swimmer in the field, Cassandra Schaffer, 15 years of age, from Bend, Oregon, newcomer to the national team for the United States. She's finished in 6th and 7th place in the other 2 races.
This is the women's 100 meters breaststroke SB6 final.
2 lengths of the pool. We're getting set for the women's 100-meter breaststroke SB6. Susanna Schnarndorf of Brazil will have lane 4. Not sure she's come to the Parapans here in Toronto in great form. She was 6th in the 400 free and 7th in the 50 free, but she is in the middle of the pool for the women's 100-meter breaststroke. Flanked by 2 U.S. swimmers, Riley Boyd in 5, Sophie Herzog in 3. The women's 100-meter breaststroke SB6 down and back.
Well, and as you say, the fastest swimmer is always given lane 4. That's the one in the middle, coming down from the bottom. You have someone in 2, and 3, and 4. But Schnarndorf has definitely been off form. We've seen her in the past, so I'm not so sure she'll be able to get to the podium. And right now, at this point, it's actually the Canadian in lane 6 and Voigt, the American in 5, that are really taking charge.
That's Lango in lane 6. The Canadian, Riley Boyd, is on her right, and Sophie Herzog is in 3. Schnarndorf of Brazil, who has lane 4, struggling a bit. As Riley Boyd leading the field to the wall, she'll touch, turn over, and have less than 50 meters to go in this final, the women's 100-meter breaststroke SB6.
Representing
Riley Boyd, followed by her teammate Herzog, and then Lango of Canada.
Very interesting that the Brazilian is so far off the mark at this point, but we have seen that earlier. The United States has split their team between the World Championships and these Parapan Ams. This is a little bit more of a developmental team, so we haven't seen them on the podium that much, but I think there's going to be two of them on the podium here, Steve.
Riley Boyd is leading the field, followed by Sophie Herzog. Now, Somalera of Mexico is come up and challenging Lango of Canada for that bronze medal. But I don't think anybody's going to catch Riley Boyd. She had a silver in the mixed relay. She was fifth in the 400 free, but it looks as if she's going to get gold in the women's 100-meter breaststroke. Her teammate Herzog is in silver medal spot right now. It is Riley Boyd of the United States getting the gold. The silver to Herzog. And what a great battle for the bronze as they come to the wall. It looks as if Somalera of Mexico, she does, picks up the bronze. And still one swimmer to come in. Cassandra Schaefer of the United States in lane 7, about to touch and make this race official. The women's 100-meter breaststroke. Gold to Riley Boyd of the United States, 1:45.69. Silver to Herzog of the U.S. and bronze to Somalera of Mexico.
There's Boyd. Congratulations from a woman that's actually almost old enough to be your mother. And that's a difference in ages you have in this competition, 47 to 18. Right here at this point now, they're coming down the home stretch. At the very top, you've got Langilla Canadian back in 3rd spot, but she's going to labor a little bit at the end, and two swimmers are just going to go past her. Nobody's going past Boyd, the American, 19 years of age, out of Fort Collins, Colorado. She comes in for the gold medal. Then Herzog. Now watch this battle. All three went right to the wall, and at the bottom, it's going to be Somalera over Langilla Canadian, who fades to 5th. The Brazilian Schnarndorf, the veteran, gets 4th, but Somalera comes in for the bronze medal. Great swim, but a really nice swim for Riley Boyd, United States, gold medal.
And Herzog will join each other on the podium a little bit later on.
The U.S. are 1-2 in the women's 100-meter breaststroke SB6. The bronze to Mexico.
Amazing stuff. Keep sending those tweets in. Santanu says it's the place to be at. Stunning atmosphere all around in the arena. Absolutely right. Hashtag swimming. Hashtag TO 2015.
Mesdames et messieurs, voici les athlètes pour l'épreuve de 50 mètres brasse SP3 pour les hommes.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a la gran final. Hombres.
The athletes are making their way to the starting blocks for the men's 50-meter breaststroke, SB1 through 3. Jonathan Dielman of Canada will have lane 4 in this one. Jonathan Dielman in 4. Did a 54.57 in the prelims, 2 seconds better than anybody else.
Lane number 1 will be Jesus Hernandez from Mexico, 23 years of age. He's already got a bronze medal to his credit at these games. And if you're wondering, it's only 1 lane from pool. That's why they're actually going to swim from right to left instead of what we've been watching before, left to right. Adolfo Castorina, this is his 4th Parapan Am Games, 2011. He won a gold in the SB2 50 breaststroke. This is the SB1, 2, and 3. The lower the number, the higher the disability. So he will be up a little bit tougher category to be able to win here. Cordero, the Brazilian, 35 years of age, 2012 Olympian, 2 medals, 4 years ago. There's Jonathan Dielman, the Canadian, 30 years of age, a former rodeo rider who broke his back in a dirt bike accident and is a paraplegic competing in the S3, S4 category. Lane number 5, Gustavo Gus Sanchez, 21 years of age from Mexico, won a pair of gold medals at the Paralympic Games in 2012. Lane number 6, Omar Osorio from Mexico, 38 years of age, was a bronze medal in this event 4 years ago. And he swam in the 2003 Parapan Am Games as well in Argentina. This is his first race at this competition. Chris Tronco from Mexico, 29 years of age. 3 the Paralympic Games. To his credit, this is also his fourth Parapan American Games. He won a silver in this race 4 years ago when it was an SB2 race. Finally, in lane number 8, Ignacio Martinez from Mexico, 20 years of age. There was actually an interesting development in the start this morning. It didn't go off smoothly. They allowed a few swimmers to re-swim it. He was one of them, and he earned his spot into the finals with that re-swim in the morning preliminaries. That's Martinez way up in lane number 8. Lane 1 at the bottom. The athletes can start in the water if they choose.
One length of the pool. This is the men's 50-meter breaststroke SB1 through 3. Canada's Jonathan Dielman will have lane 4, but he'll be challenged in lane 5 from Gustavo Sanchez of Mexico and Ronestoni Cordero of Brazil. One length of the pool.
And the best dive, of course, is going to be a little bit better if you're able to get off the blocks instead of pushing off in the water. But it is 50 meters, so we'll have to see how it develops from this point on. As we mentioned, Dielman did have the fastest time in the preliminaries. The Canadian in lane number 4 out in front of him is Gus Sanchez, the man who won this event at the Paralympic Games. So he really is going to be able to give Dielman a good run for his money.
Gustavo Sanchez of Mexico in lane 5 with a slight lead on the Canadian Jonathan Dielman swimming in lane 4. This could be a great battle to the wall between Sanchez and Dielman. Dielman's trying to pick it up, put on a bigger challenge for Sanchez. Sanchez and Dielman very, very close. Less than 5 meters to go in the men's 50 breaststroke. Here they come. Sanchez may outtouch Dielman at the wall. It is Sanchez for gold. Dielman the silver. And Cordero of Brazil gets the bronze.
There's Sanchez. He's a pretty happy guy. Gold medal, a really, really tight finish. Dielman was a little bit slower than he was in qualifying in the morning. There he is right there. From northern British Columbia, now living in Vancouver. And there's your bronze medalist, Cordero, from Brazil. But it was an extremely tight battle between the two gentlemen in lanes 4 and 5 for the gold medal. Watch as they come stroking to the finish. Here we go. Look at how close this is right now. Dielman starts to sink a little bit of the wall right at the end there in his last few strokes. He's just a little bit too far and has to take one more half stroke, and that's the difference between winning the gold and winning the silver. Sanchez was able to lunge there a little bit quicker. Watch again. Dielman's going to have to take one more little stroke at the end there, and that really kind of cost him. Sanchez gets the gold medal. Good race for Dielman, but he has to settle for silver. Cordero gets the bronze.
And how close was it? Well, in the end, it was Sanchez with the gold medal, putting up a time of 55.37. The silver to the Canadian, 55.68. And the bronze to Brazil, 58.92. Good race.
Stunning and beautiful. Glad he's here. We're glad you're here as well. Keep tweeting us as well. Marlene, I think he's just called me a DJ. I'm only slightly offended. DJ's that end of the table. I'm in the middle. But so the shout out to the DJ at the swimming venue for keeping the crowd pumped. Maybe it is you. Maybe it is the DJ. I don't know. Maybe it's not me. But you're taking the credit there, my friend. Keep your tweets coming. Hashtag TO2015. Hashtag swimming. I can't believe that anybody that plays the Out Here Brothers gets any praise, so it's not yours. Definitely not happening. If you know the words to this, do join in. Let us hear you say way-o. Hey, not bad that, not bad. There's definitely some party goers from the late 90s sat in this crowd. Well, a top evening so far, with so much yet to come. A sport that just keeps on giving.
The America's record in the women's 50-meter breaststroke SB1 through 3 is held by Nelly Miranda of Mexico.
SP3 pour
There
les
will be 5
femmes.
Mexicans in this race.
Damas y
A
caballeros,
Brazilian, Canadian,
bienvenidos
and
a
a
la
swimmer
gran
from
final.
the United
Mujeres,
States.
50 metros pecho, SB3.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the women's 50 meters breaststroke
There they are. Here they come.
SP3 final.
Here come the swimmers for the women's 50-meter breaststroke, SB13. The Mexicans have 5 swimmers in the event, but most eyes will be focused on lanes 4 and 5, Patricia Valle and Nelly Miranda. Miranda gold in the 50 and 100 free in Toronto, trying for a 3rd gold medal in the women's 50 breaststroke.
Dans le couloir 1, représentant les États-Unis.
Carril 1.
Lane number 1 will be
Estados
Kayla
Unidos de
Wheeler,
América.
19 years of
Lane
age.
number 1,
She won a
representing
bronze
the United
medal in
States of
the
America,
50-meter breaststroke 4 years ago. It was category SB2 at that point. Now it's SB3, and most of the athletes in this race are SB3, so that will be a little bit tougher for Wheeler to be able to get to the podium. Canada's Tammy Cunnington, an S3 swimmer, 39 years of age, from Red Deer,
Dans le
Alberta.
couloir 3, représentant le
Coach Mandy
Brésil.
Smith.
Carril
Lane number
3.
3.
Brasil.
Fonseca from
Lane number
Brazil,
3,
40 years of
representing
age.
Brazil,
Has yet to get to the podium. This is her first race at the Toronto
Dans le
Paralympic
couloir
Games.
4,
Lane number
représentant
4,
le
there you
Mexique.
have your past world champion, not the recent world champion. Your past world champion, past Paralympic champion. Carried the flag at the opening ceremonies for Mexico in 2012, the
Dans le
46-year-old
couloir
veteran,
5, représentant le Mexique.
Teresa Val.
Carril
But the
5.
woman that might be able to take
Mexico.
over, her teammate, Nelly
Lane
Miranda,
number 5,
has the America's
representing
record
Mexico,
now, faster than
Nelly
Val has ever been.
Miranda.
43 years of age, already a pair of gold medals here, and a pair of gold medals at the Paralympics back in 2008, 8
Carril
world titles.
6. México.
Heidi Aceves from Mexico, 22 years of age. She is an S2 swimmer, Paralympian from
Dans le
2012.
couloir 7, représentant le
In this race
Mexique.
4 years ago.
Carril 7.
Guadalupe Meja from Mexico, also from Mexico, an S3 swimmer, 24 years of age. She's had a couple of races here already in Toronto, finished 9th place both
Représentant le
times.
Mexique.
Carril
And the 5th of 5 Mexicans in this field. They're in lanes 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Virginia Hernandez, 47 years of
This
age.
is the women's 50
She's
meters
had a pair of
breaststroke
11th place
SP3
finishes
final.
in Toronto.
One length of the pool. The final of the women's 50-meter breaststroke, SB 1 through 3. Nelly Miranda of Mexico in 5. Her teammate Patricia Valle is in 4. Yodine Fonseca of Brazil is in 3.
As we've said before, the athletes have a choice of starting in the water or on the blocks, most preferring to get into the water. Right off the bat, lane number 5, Miranda's going out very quickly. This is the speed that we saw in the 50-meter freestyle when she broke the world record on the opening night of these Parapan Ams. And this is certainly a change in the guard, and interesting, a 43-year-old taking over in the guard from a 46-year-old Mexican, and it is the past Paralympic champion in lane number 4, but on her left, out in front already, Nelly Miranda.
Nelly Miranda of Mexico with about a half a body length lead on her Mexican teammate Valle, and Fonseca of Brazil was challenging Valle for that silver medal, but it looks as if Miranda, if she can keep it up, will get the gold, and this will be her 3rd, but Valle has turned it up just a bit. She's gaining on Miranda. We could be in for a great finish as they come to the end of the women's 50-meter breaststroke. Miranda and Valle, stroke for stroke. Valle just slightly in front. It's going to come down to the touch, and Valle takes the gold. The silver to Miranda, and Fonseca of Brazil picks up the bronze. Terrific finish. Great battle to the wall between Miranda and Valle of Mexico.
Bit of a surprise there, actually. Valle was way out in front. Now we've got in lane number 2. Coming in, we've got Tammy Cunnington, the Canadian. Up in lane number 6, Aceves from Mexico. There we go. We've still got another swimmer still to finish. A couple of them, actually.
In lane 7, that's Virginia Hernandez of Mexico still to come in. And in lane 1, Kayla Wheeler, who He is really an SB1 in this 1 through 3 event for the women. The 50-meter breaststroke still to come in to make this race official. Hernandez and Wheeler still to touch. Wheeler will out-touch Hernandez. Fans really getting behind and bringing these swimmers home, and well they should. Great effort. It's official now. The women's 50-meter breaststroke goes into the books. Patricia Valle, the veteran, the 46-year-old from Mexico, takes the gold. Nelly Miranda, 43 years of age, picks up the silver. And the 40-year-old Fonseca from Brazil gets the bronze.
Watch what happens now. You've got at the top there, you've got Miranda. Miranda's actually slipping in the stroke. Watch her hands. They break the surface. She's getting air bubbles. She's not getting a good pull. Whereas Valle, the veteran breaststroker, past Paralympic champion, she's keeping her pull under the water. So you can see at the top there, slipping water is Miranda. Miranda's no more for the freestyle, taking up the breaststroke now. She's making a little technical error at the end when she got tired, and that cost her the gold medal. Coming in for third down in the bottom, one of her first ever podium performances is Fonseca from Brazil. But interesting, a small little technical error like that, and it gave this woman, the veteran, the ability to go right by the early leader, Miranda.
In event number 52 in your schedule, there was a disqualification in lane number 8. That's event 52.
Mexico are 1-2 in the women's 50-meter breaststroke, SB 1 through 3. Brazil take the bronze. Tammy Cunnington of Canada is 4th.
There you can see some of our winners right here. Perhaps can't believe it herself. And again, that's every race tonight. One record has fallen. Minimum. Give us a wave if you're on our screen.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de remise des médailles.
Damas y caballeros, la ceremonia de premiación.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now bring you the victory ceremony for the men's 400 meters freestyle S10
The
final.
athletes are coming on deck for the victory ceremony in the men's 400-meter freestyle S10.
Les médailles seront présentées par
Las medallas serán entregadas por
Medals will be presented by President of the Americas Paralympic Committee,
Mr. Jose Luis Campo, the president of the Americas Paralympic Committee,
accompagné par
will present the medals.
acompañado por
accompanied by Executive Board Member and the Foundation for Global Sports Development, Dr. Stephen Ungerleider.
Stephen Ungerleider. Dr. Stephen Ungerleider, the executive board member at the Foundation of Global Sports Development, will
Bronze
present
medal
the
winner,
mascots.
representing Canada, Alexander Elliott.
Alec Elliott gets the bronze. The 19-year-old from Kitchener, Ontario.
I'm sure his coach Mike Thompson's happy, as is Alec Elliott, and his entourage is here to cheer him on. As so many of the Paralympians have had their families come in for this effort. Already a pair of bronze medals before this race. Now he's got three bronze medals at the 2015 Parapan Ams for Alec Elliott.
médaille d'argent.
medalla de plata.
Silver medal winner, representing Canada, Isaac Barkley.
Isaac Buckley gets the silver. His second silver at the Games in Toronto, the silver in the 100 breaststroke.
And it is interesting the versatility of the para swimmers.
Médaille
In a
d'or,
lot of the
champion
able-bodied swimming, you would not have
Paralympic
a 100-meter
Games.
breaststroker also going into a 400-meter race, but here you do, and very successful.
Parapan American
Gold medal winner and Parapan American champion, representing Canada, Benoit Huot.
He's got a trunk full of medals, but I'm sure this one is special for Benoit Huot of Canada. Wins the 400 free in front of the hometown fans here in Toronto.
He's such a busy guy. With all of his comings and goings and the things that he's doing for para sport
Mesdames et
and
messieurs,
himself, I just didn't know if he did enough time to get in good enough shape. But he
Damas
sure
y
showed you
caballeros, el
tremendous
himno
swim.
nacional.
Ladies and
In
gentlemen,
Canada
national
for
anthem
a swimming
of
legend,
Canada.
Benoit Huot. Maple Leafs firmly ensconced in the rafters here at the CIBC Pan Am Aquatic Center and Fieldhouse, which means a Canadian sweep, and it came to the men's 400 free. Benoit Huot, Isaac Buckley, and Alec Elliott. 1, 2, 3.
Well, there you are, ladies and gentlemen. One more chance to give them a round of applause. It was Canada gold, Canada silver, Canada bronze, the clean sweep. The janitor's cupboard has been opened and all of the brooms have been taken away. That's three times in this competition that Canada have won all 3 medals in one race. Can we do it again?
Like I said earlier, anything is possible.
Anything is possible. So you see yourself on the big screen? Want to give us a bit of a dance? This lady loves a bit of Elvis. First time round.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de remise des médailles.
Damas y caballeros, la ceremonia de premiación.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is the victory ceremony for the women's 400-meter freestyle, S10. And presenting the medals and the miniature mascot, Patchy the Porcupine, will be Mr. Jose Luis Campo, President of the America's Paralympic Committee,
bronze medal winner,
Dr.
representing the United
Stephen
States of
Ungerleider,
America,
the Executive Board member at the
King.
Foundation for Global Sports Development. And there's the bronze medalist, Serafina King from Santa Monica.
Learned to swim at age 7, competed last summer at the Parapan Pac Championships. It happened to be in California, her home state. Nice way to get your feet wet in international competition. Now she's parlayed that into a major games, the Parapan Games here in Toronto, and found herself on the podium. It's her second race at this competition. She was 5th in her earlier race, the 50-meter freestyle. Likes the longer distance, obviously.
Médaille
400-meter freestyle bronze medal.
Medalla de plata.
Silver medal winner, representing Mexico, Ruby Cristino.
She had a good opening 200 meters, but couldn't hang on. This is Ruby Cristino, the 18-year-old from Mexico. She gets the silver in the women's 400 free.
Very good meet so far for Ruby. She also has a silver medal in the 50-meter freestyle, so now she's got a pair of silver medals at this competition. Really the first time she's ever been to the podium. Bright young career ahead of this woman. Ruby Cristino didn't back down, even though she knew that Orly Rivard was the world champion. Went through as long as she could, stayed with her.
Gold medal winner and Parapan American champion, representing Canada, Orly Rivard.
The cheers for the world champion and now Parapan Am champion in the women's 400-meter freestyle, S10, Orly Rivard of Canada.
Third gold medal of this competition, as you said. Very special competition, but something that's also very special that we learned is better than that. We learned that Orly, who does not have a left hand, will be getting one this fall. Her comment is that it's so cool, I've never had two hands. She will now.
Of Canada.
Orly Rivard of Canada, gold in the women's 400-meter freestyle S10. The silver goes to Ruby Cristino of Mexico, and the bronze to Serafina King of the United States.
People up in our stand, look, they're enjoying themselves. They've got their banners. He's jumped up on his seat. He wants a bit of the action. Checks and stripes, sir. Checks and stripes. Have a word. Or maybe you haven't seen nothing yet. Maybe you ain't seen nothing yet, eh?
Good one.
It's a good one, yeah. When you become a father, those sort of jokes just fall out of you. Brad Lawrence says, swimming, great evening tonight. Thank you very much for getting in touch, Brad. Keep the tweets coming. Hashtag TO2015. Hashtag swimming. Keep waving. Keep jumping up and down. These ladies are so happy. It's unbelievable. What she doesn't realize is $40 in change has just fallen right out of her purse. Somebody's lucky day. Ryan Albright says, not something you see every day. Clean sweep. Well, if you come 2 days ago, you've seen two of them.
Yeah.
Sarah says gold, silver, bronze. what you really want to see. Hashtag Go Canada, hashtag swimming, hashtag TO2015. Let's tweet a picture of the medals. I've tweeted as well. Me.
Yes, there's a tweet from you.
I got in trouble as well. Don't tweet whilst you're working. Effie also tweeting in. Clean sweep. Seems like sweep is the favourite phrase at the moment. Daniel Otis as well. Dr. Ian. Dr. Ian's happy with the amount of people here. Thank you very much, Dr. Ian.
Mesdames et messieurs, voici les athlètes pour l'épreuve de 50 mètres libre S11 pour les hommes.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a la gran final. Hombres, 50 metros, estilo libre, S11.
The swimmers are coming on deck for the men's 50-meter
Ladies and
freestyle,
gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the
S11.
men's 50 meters freestyle S11 final.
Yunurki Ortega of Cuba will be the defending champion in this event, but he'll be challenged by the Brazilians in 4 and 5.
Dans le cours de représentant El Salvador.
Lane number 2, the first person we'll see. There is no swimmer in lane number 1 or lane number 8. 6 people are competing in the race. Carlos Cortez from El Salvador, 19 years of age. Started swimming at age 6. This is his first race at this competition. Yunurki Ortega, there's your defending champion. Already has a pair of silver medals at this competition here in Toronto. 2012 Paralympian. He has lane number 3. Lane number 4, Matthias Ryan from Brazil, 22 years of age. This is also his first race at these Parapan Games.
Representing Brazil, Matthias Ryan.
And his countryman is in lane number 5, right next to him. There he is, Alex Polaris from Brazil, 24 years of age. He has had a previous race that just missed the podium in the breaststroke. He was 4th spot, so he'll be vying to get on the podium in this one. In lane number 6, Brian Urbano from Colombia. He was a silver medalist in this race 4 years ago. His mother also competes as an athlete with visual impairments. This competition so far, 3 medals, 2 gold and a silver. And there's your final competitor, Kevin Friere from Ecuador, the 17-year-old who just missed the medal in the backstroke earlier in this competition. I should mention that the visual impairments are classes S, 11, 12, and 13, with 11 being the most visually impaired, and they're actually mandated they must wear goggles that are blacked out. So all these swimmers here have goggles that are totally black.
One length of the pool, men's 50-meter freestyle, S11. Palhares, Brazil in 5. Ryan of Brazil in 4. Ortega, the defending champion from Cuba, in 3.
Off the blocks. The start obviously very important. Best start in the field by far was lane number 5, Polaris from Brazil. However, you can't count out lane number 3 because he is the defending champion.
This is a good race, just over 20 meters to go. It looks as if Ryan has the lead, a slight lead on his teammate Palhares. It is Ryan in 4. They're coming strong, but a great battle for silver. It's Ryan at the wall. He takes the gold, and we've got a tie for silver. Polaris and Urbano deadlocked to 28-9-1, 27-3-2, the winning tie for Ryan, and a tie for the silver medal in the men's 50-meter freestyle S11.
Well, yeah, that's the first tie we've seen so far for a medal at the Parapans here. I've seen them before. Obviously, you see that pole that's extending right there? That is actually what the bonkers, as they call them, the team official uses to tap the swimmer when they've got about a stroke and a half to go, so they actually know that they should be leading to the ball. And now they're tapping them, so it's time to clear the pool and get out. off the start. It was lane number 5. He was able to translate his early lead off the start. You can see him slightly ahead, and in a 50 meters, just slightly, is very, very important. Now, it'll help him to get the silver medal. Way out in front, but watch the touch here at the top. The top two are going to come in right next to one another, Polaris and Urbano. Watch, you can see them getting tapped. Watch the tappers tapping them. All right, right at the top, you're going to get second and third. Tap them right there. One stroke to go, one arm pull to go. Boom, and they lunge for the wall, and they get tapped. Lane number 3, your defending champion, just out of the medals this time. Had to settle for 4th.
Well, you can see
Brazil win the gold in the men's 50-meter freestyle S11, and we have a tie for the silver between Polaris and Urbano, a Brazilian out of Colombia.
Up on the big screen. Yes, you.
Brasil.
See the confirmed results being displayed on the screen. That time of 27:32, giving us yet another Games record here. Still, that run continues. Every race tonight has given us a minimum of 1 Games record for a classification. Stunning.
Now, I've said this almost every single night, but there is definitely something in this pool.
That is our first joint medal, I believe, as well.
That is our first joint medal of the meet. Some very happy Colombians.
Colombia, Colombia.
Hats off to you as well. Lots of Colombian football shirts being worn here.
Mesdames et messieurs, voici les athlètes pour l'épreuve 50 mètres libre S12 pour les hommes.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a la gran final.
The swimmers are coming on deck for the men's 50-meter freestyle S12.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the men's 50 meters freestyle
far end of
S12
this
final.
CIBC Pan Am Aquatic Center Field House. Here's the start list for the men's 50-meter freestyle S12. Diego Cuesta of Colombia will have 4. 2 Brazilians will be in 3 and 5.
Dans le couloir 1, représentant le Cuba.
First women's 8-person field. Ostani Madrigal from Cuba, 17 years of age. This is his very first race at the 2015 Parapan Ams, only 17 years of age. Big major international competition. Lane number 2, Yorberg Jimenez from Venezuela. He's already had a couple of races here, finished 7th place in both of them. He's 20 years of age, he'll have lane number 2. Next to him in lane number 3, Renato Nunez from Brazil, 27 years of age, with silver medal in this very race 4 years ago. This is his 3rd Parapan Am Games. Bronze earlier at this competition in the 100-meter breaststroke. Diego Cuesta from Colombia, 29 years of age, lowest man in the field. He will have lane number 4. Just missed the podium earlier. He's had 3 other races, a 4th, a 5th, and a 5th. Can he get to the podium on this one? Philippe Diabro from Brazil, the second Brazilian in the field, will have lane number 5, 24 years of age. He was 6th place in his only other race in Toronto. Jonas Simon from Argentina, 26 years of age. He's at a 5th place and an 8th place so far in Toronto. We'll have lane number 6, lane number 7 will be Darwin Diaz, 19 years of age from Puerto Rico. Just missed the podium in the 100-meter breaststroke where he finished 4th. And the 8th person in the field, Safanja Anchors from Suriname, 25 years of age. He's a newcomer on the international major games scene. He was 8th in the breaststroke earlier in the competition.
This is the men's 50 meters freestyle S12 final.
A couple swimmers in the middle of the field, both went 27s, but about 4 of them went 29 seconds. Could have a real battle for the bronze.
8 swimmers competing for 3 medals in the men's 50 free S12. 1 length of the pool. Diego Cuesta of Colombia in lane 4. Brazilians in 3 and 5.
see who gets the best start, because it can obviously translate into a gold medal if you got the lead. It's a pretty dead heat. Almost everybody other than way up there in lane number 7, Baez from Puerto Rico, really got out like a shot.
Great battle between 4 and 5. Diego Cuesta in 4th, the Colombian Diabru of Brazil, but in lane 7, Darvin Baez of Puerto Rico putting on a challenge, but I think Cuesta's going to touch first. He does. He gets the gold. Diabru of Brazil picks up the silver, and 3rd place goes to Darvin Baez in lane 7. Another great finish in the men's 50 free S12.
There's your winner. Diego Cuesta. Solid off the dive, not as amazing as we had the early leader Baez from Puerto Rico, but very solid. And watch up at the top now. You're going to see way up at the top, second from the top, where he is right there. Boom! Look at that. The first 6 strokes that Baez takes, he's got a great lead, but he runs out of gas at the end. You can see his kick. He's got no kick at the very end of the race. Baez at the top. He's got no legs. Watch his legs. They're just dying out. In the middle, you got major power, major splash by Cuesta, then Diabru first and second. Baez, the early leader. A little more training under his belt, a little more strength. He's going to win next time around, boy. He had a lot of pure natural speed.
Excellent swim from him.
Cuesta, the experience that came back home on was able to win the gold.
It's our first race of the night. Where a games record has it got?
Oh my. That must be some sort of record in itself.
That is a record. Keep your tweets
Diego Cuesta of Colombia wins the men's 50 free. The silver goes to Diabru of Brazil. And Puerto Rico pick up their first medal, bronze. Darvin Baez.
Mesdames et messieurs, voici les athlètes pour l'épreuve 50 mètres libre S12 pour les femmes.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a la gran final. Femenina, 50 metros, estilo libre, S12.
Here are the competitors for the women's 50-meter freestyle, S11 and 12. Raquel Ville of Brazil, the 32-year-old, will have the middle of the pool, lane 4. She'll be flanked by Argentina's Anabel Mora, Belkis Mota of Venezuela.
Argentina.
In lane 1, representing
8
Argentina.
women in the field. Flor de la Vega, Argentina, 19 years of age. Competed at the 2011 Parapan American 2013 youth competitions. Nadia Baez from Argentina, 26 years of age, will have lane number 2. Won a bronze medal at the Paralympics in 2012 in the breaststroke, not the 50-meter freestyle. Belkis Mota won a gold medal in this very event 4 years ago, so watch for her. She also won the 100-meter freestyle. 32 years of age from Venezuela. Challenging her right next to her from Brazil, Raquel Viel. 2012 Paralympian, physiotherapist by trade, 32 years of age. Won a silver medal 4 years ago in the breaststroke, so she is used to getting to the podium. Anabel Mora from Argentina, 36 years of age, 3-time Paralympian, 4-time Parapan swimmer. She has 10 medals to her credit. Came in with 8, she's already got 2 here, so a total of 10 career Parapan medals for Moro. Pelotero from Argentina will be in lane number 6, 18 years of age. She's a newcomer to the senior national circuit, competed at the youth Parapans in 2013. And a silver medal earlier in the competition in the backstroke for playing Hermes from the United States, only 14 years of age, out of Atlanta. Detached retinas in 2010, that's when she started to swim in swimming. Meline Benitez from Argentina, 19-year-old, will have lane number 8. Said she also likes to compete in the shot put and track and field events.
Representing Argentina.
She was 8th in the other swim here in Toronto, 100-meter backstroke.
This is the women's 50 meters freestyle S12 final.
One length of the pool. The women's 50-meter freestyle, S11 and 12. These are the visually impaired athletes. Raquel Viel of Brazil is in 4. Moro of Argentina in 5. Mota of Venezuela in 3.
So this is a problem, and the reason this is a problem, unless the referee feels something happened that was untoward to get a fair start for everyone, you are not allowed any false starts or any movements on the blocks. So therefore, in theory, as long as we find out, the swimmer in lane number 8, Benitez, probably should be disqualified. However, if there was a problem in the referee's see, she goes. She breaks off the block. The swimmer in lane 7 really should not be disqualified because she was drawn in by the swimmer in lane number 8. So the referee should have released everybody else, including lane 7. So the question now will become, and it does look like they are going to disqualify her. Yes, they are. So you're not allowed to move. There's no false starts allowed in the sport of swimming. Unlike track and field, where you're allowed false starts, but you are not allowed them in the sport of swimming. So the referee is now going to walk over and explain the situation to the swimmer. There's the referee there. She's coming over now. So she is out. Crowd actually giving her a hand. Unfortunate circumstance, Benitez from Argentina has been disqualified in the women's 50-meter freestyle.
Women's 50-meter freestyle S12 fun.
7 swimmers in the women's 50 free S11 and 12 will have a false start. Benitez of Argentina is out of the race.
Off the blocks they go. Good clean start this time, and the only one that really looks like it's got a little bit of an advantage might be in lane number 5, lane number 6, Pelotero, but really nothing in it between all 4 or 5 of the top swimmers. This is going to be a wagon race right to the medals, right to the wall.
Just over 20 meters to go in this women's 50 free S11 and 12 final, and it looks as if Moro has taken the lead, but Mota is coming on strong. They come to the wall, and it is Mota of Venezuela who picks up the gold. Moro gets the silver, and 3rd place in this one goes to Raquel Field of Brazil. The winning time for Mota, 30.60.
So Mota defends her title. Took it right down to the wire to be able to do it, I'll tell you. It was very, very close. She never led until about the 49.9 meter mark and got her hand on the wall. Just been able to win that gold medal by the narrowest of margins. At the start, we mentioned it was pretty even for everybody. Lane number 5 had a little bit of a lead more, maybe, but now at the end, you've got the 2 of them going to the wall. Watch at the bottom. She's going to come over quicker with her right arm. Just that little bit of quickness is the difference. Now watch again. Watch the 2 swimmers. At the bottom, you're going to see more. I'll come around. Right, left, and now right, real quick, much quicker. See, she comes around. Her right arm started the recovery behind the swimmer in lane number 5, Moto, with a very fast last right arm. That gets her the gold medal. That's the difference. That's the veteran. That's the defending champion. That's why she wins.
The athletes congratulating each other.
Gold for Venezuela in the women's 50-meter freestyle S11 and 12. Argentina pick up the silver, and Brazil take the bronze.
Separating Mota and Moro.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de remise de médailles.
Damas y caballeros, la ceremonia de premiación.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now bring you the victory ceremony for the women's 100 meters breaststroke SB6 final.
Les médailles seront présentées par
Las medallas serán entregadas por
Medals will be presented by Parliamentary Assistant to the Minister responsible for the Parapan and Pan Am Games, Sophie Kubala.
accompagnées par
acompañada por
accompanied by members
This
of
is
the board
the
of directors
victory
of the
ceremony
Toronto
for the
2015
women's 100-meter
Parapan
breaststroke,
Games. Mr. Joe
SB6.
Halstead.
Médaille de bronze.
Medalla de bronce.
The bronze medal winner, representing Mexico, Naomi Somalera.
Naomi Somalera of Mexico gets the bronze.
That will go along with the silver medal she won in the 50-meter freestyle earlier in these Parapan Ams. Only 16 years of age. First major international senior team. She was on the 2013 Youth Parapans. And she did it with a brilliant last 5 meters. She went from 5th to 3rd in the last 5 meters of the race, getting herself to the podium.
Médaille d'argent.
Medalla de plata.
Silver medal winner, representing the United States of America, Sophia Herzog.
All smiles, 18-year-old Sophie Herzog of the United States picks up the silver.
Already had a pair of medals coming in here, one in the relay, one in the 50-meter freestyle out of Colorado. She mentions that she has a pet donkey, and it was used actually as the mascot for the Democratic National Convention in Chicago in 2008. It's not something everybody else knows.
Now you do.
Médaille d'argent et championne Parapan American.
Medalla de oro y campeona para Pan American.
An even bigger smile for the gold medalist, 19-year-old Riley Boyd from the United States. And she did it with a record time of 1:45.69 in the women's 100-meter breaststroke, SB6.
4 years ago, as a 15-year-old, she picked up a pair of medals at the Parapan Games in Guadalajara, Mexico. Now she's got herself a gold medal with a few days left in this competition here in Toronto, out of Fort Collins, Colorado. Not too far away in Colorado Springs is the American Olympic Center, an Olympic training center, where she does do some of her training.
And in honor of her victory in the women's 100 breast, SB6,
Mesdames et messieurs, l'hymne national.
U.S. national
Damas y caballeros, el himno nacional.
She and her
Ladies and
teammate
gentlemen, the
Sophie
national
Herzog
anthem of the United States of America.
this special moment. Silver for the United States in the women's 100-meter breaststroke. Voigt and Herzog, the bronze to Samara of Mexico.
don't forget, not only is there action here at the CIBC Aquatic Centre for the Parapan American Games, there's action all over the city. So if you get a free moment, why not go and see other sports? There's wheelchair basketball, we've got murder ball, sitting volleyball, lots of other sports. Go and get yourself a ticket for any of them.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de remise de médailles.
Damas y caballeros, la ceremonia de premiación.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now bring you the
This is the victory ceremony for the men's 50-meter breaststroke, SB 1 through 3. And presenting the medals will be Ms. Sophie Kawala, parliamentary assistant to the minister responsible for the Pan and Parapan Am Games. Mr. Joe Halstead, member of the board of directors.
Médaille de bronze.
2015 Pan Am.
Medalla de bronce.
Bronze medal winner, representing Brazil, Oristone Cordeiro.
Oristone Cordeiro, Brazil, picks up the bronze in the men's 50-meter breaststroke.
He'll go nicely with a pair of silver medals he already has at his competition in the 50 free and the 100-meter freestyle. Competes in his athlete with spinal cord injuries that he suffered from a bicycle accident. 35 years ago.
Médaille d'argent.
Medalla de plata.
Silver medal winner, representing Canada, Jonathan Dielman.
And the man from Quick, BC, and dare I say it, wasn't quite quick enough to get to the gold medal position, but he does have the silver. This is Jonathan Dielman of Canada.
Also known as a very good country and western singer, I'm told. He's a former rodeo rider, which I'm sure is where he got his liking for country music. He did break his back in a dirt bike accident.
Médaille d'or, champion Parapan-Américaine.
Medalla de oro y campeón para Panamericano.
Gold medal winner and Parapan American champion, representing Mexico, Gustavo Sanchez.
A third gold medal of these games for Gustavo Sanchez of Mexico. He was the defending champion of the men's 50-meter breaststroke. And he comes up with a successful title defense and takes the gold.
Canada's Dielman just missed beating this man. And you've got to realize this guy is 2 gold medals at the Paralympics, defending champion, 3 gold medals already in this competition. He's a great swimmer. Don't take anything away from him. Gus, as they call him, Gus Sanchez, 21-year-old Mexican, actually did a documentary on his preparation for the Olympic Games back home in Mexico.
Damas y caballeros, el himno nacional.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Mexico. Ladies and gentlemen, the
Mexico,
Parapan American
Canada,
medalists.
and Brazil. 1, 2, 3 in the men's 50-meter breaststroke. SB 1 through 3.
So we've been saying, send us your tweets, and well, one of our gold medalists has done just that. Benoit Couillot, we see him winning the clean sweep a little bit earlier on. He said the best way to start the games, 1, 2, 3. The next generation is ready, says Benoit Couillot. There you go. If he can tweet, why can't you send us one?
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de remise de médailles.
Damas y caballeros, la ceremonia de premiación.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now bring you the
The
victory,
victory ceremony for the women's 50-meter breaststroke, SB 1 through 3. That's Finns 1-2 in this one, followed by Brazilian in the bronze medal position. Ms. Sophie Koala, parliamentary assistant to the minister responsible for the Pan and Parapan Games, will present the medals along with Mr. Joe Halstead, member of the board of directors of Toronto 2015 Pan Am Parapan Games.
Médaille de bronze.
Medalla de bronce.
Bronze medal winner, representing Brazil, Redene Fonseca.
And all these medal recipients are the 40-something club.
Very, very interesting. If you're not 40, don't show up and swim the SB 1 to 3 50-meter breaststroke. All 3 women are in their 40s. And the one who was fourth, the Canadian, Tammy Cunnington, who just missed the medal, is 39. So maybe that's why. Come back for 4 years and you'll be in your 40s and you can win. So this is the 40-year-old Redene Fonseca from Brazil. Rarely been to the podium in the past. She's to the podium now. She's 40 years of age, as we said. The other 2 winners will shortly meet are 43 and 46.
Médaille d'argent.
Medalla de plata.
Silver medal winner, representing Mexico, Nelly Miranda.
For 4 years, she was a member of the federal legislature in Mexico. This is Nelly Miranda. 2 gold already here in Toronto in the 50 and the 100 free. This is silver in the women's 50-meter breaststroke, SB 1 through 3.
And she's been more of a freestyle-focused swimmer most of her career. Now all of a sudden she's trying out the breaststroke. Other than a couple little technical mistakes, if she irons those out, she could actually get to the top of the podium. A world record in the 50-meter freestyle in the opening night of the competition. This woman is very, very fast. Watch for her in the breaststroke when she irons out a couple of little mistakes.
Médaille d'or des champions Parapan American
You see now to win the
Medalla
gold.
de oro y campeona para Panamericana.
Gold medal winner and Parapan American champion, representing Mexico, Patricia Valle.
Patricia Valle from Mexico. Bronze in the 50 free in Toronto, 4th in the 50 free, and the 50 fly. Now she is gold in the women's 50 breaststroke, SB 1 through 3.
46 years of age, she carried the flag at the opening ceremonies in 2012 at the Paralympics. Olympic champion, I should say Paralympic champion, world champion. This lady's done it all in the 50-meter breaststroke, and she needed all that wisdom to go right by her teammate, Nelly Miranda, in the last 2 strokes. to get the gold medal.
Damas y caballeros, el himno nacional.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Mexico.
Mexico 1-2 in the women's 50-meter breaststroke. The bronze goes to Brazil.
So we've still got 5 more races to come tonight. Yeah, 200 metres individual medleys coming up. 2 races for the men in the S6 and S7 classification. The women's S6 races coming up as well. Just out of interest, the 3 ladies that won the medals just a moment ago, all over the age of 40.
Wow. That's really the only word I have for it.
They are. See, age is but a number here when it comes to para swimming. Denise Bacon says Gustavo Sanchez is my new hero. He's a swimming sensation. Swimming sensation Sanchez, the 3 S's.
Say that.
Denise Bacon. Cynthia Jacobs is sending her tweets in as well. If you want to talk to us, all you got to do is send a tweet, #TO2015. We'll try and take a look at it. We'll try and read it out. You put the word swimming in, and it'll make life a lot easier. 200-meter action coming up in the form of the individual medley. It's the dancing family. Oh yeah. Bieber, Swift and Mum. It could be the name. Look at these 3 go. Never a dull moment in their house.
Ooh, we have a foam finger, everyone.
Oh, foam finger. You can't beat a foam finger. Part spectator, part Incredible Hulk.
Mesdames et messieurs, voici les athlètes pour l'épreuve de 200 mètres 4 nages individuel SM6 pour les hommes.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a la gran final. Hombres, 200
The
metros
swimmers are now on deck for the men's 200-meter individual medley, SM5 through 6.
Please welcome the athletes for the men's 200 metres individual medley, SM6 final.
There's the start list for the men's 200 IM, SM 5 through 6. Nelson Crispin of Colombia will have 4. Taliesin Glock of Brazil will be in lane 5.
Carril 1, Canadá.
Lane number 1, the first of 2 Canadians, side right next to each other. Daniel Murphy, 26 years of age from Spring Hill, Nova Scotia.
Carril 2,
SM5.
Canadá.
Next to him, the veteran, 53-year-old Scott Patterson, 2012 Olympian, 1988 track and field Paralympian, 2002-2004 Winter Olympian. And he says, I like to also do paracycling as well. Roberto Alcad from Brazil, lane number 3, 23 years of age. He won the 100-meter breaststroke earlier. There's the favorite, Nelson Crispin, 23 years of age from Colombia. Paralympian, 3 medals at the Parapans 4 years ago. The Worlds in 2013, he won 5 medals. Taliesin Glock from Brazil, 20 years of age. 4 years ago, he won the 100-meter backstroke at the Parapans. He's already got 2 medals in 2 other events here in Toronto. And number 6, Raul Martinez, only 15 years of age. His only other race here, he finished in 5th spot in the 50-meter freestyle. Lane 6, lane number 7, Ariel Quasi from Argentina. He's an S5, 32 years of age. 4 times he's been at the Paralympics from 2000 to 2012. Buenos Aires. John Sierra of Colombia, 42 years of age. S5 will have lane number 8 in this 8-person field. His earlier race was the 100-meter breaststroke where he
This is
finished
the men's
5th.
200 meters individual medley SM6 final.
8 swimmers getting set for the men's 200 IM, SM 5 and 6. Favorites, Taliesin Glock, Brazil in 5. Nelson Crispin will be in lane 4. 2 Canadians in this one, Daniel Murphy in 1, Scott Patterson in 2. They start with 50 meters of butterfly, follow that with 50 at back, 50 at breast, and then finish with 50 meters of freestyle. Right off the get-go, Taliesin Glock of Brazil and Nelson Crispin of Colombia are in a dogfight.
Oh, they're right off the bat. And just to explain again that the categories, the numbering system is 1 through 10. S 1 through 10 is for physical impairment, 11 through 13 is visual, and 14 is intellectual. And then sometimes they put them out M when you're doing medley, or B when you're doing breaststroke, but it still means the same thing. The lower the number, the higher the disability.
And they just come off the fly leg, now they're over to the backstroke 50 meters.
And Crispin has already got 3 medals at this competition, 2 gold and a bronze. He's the Colombian in lane number 4. He's the one slightly in front. Taliesin Glock is next to him in lane number 5. Already had a gold medal in the 100-meter backstroke 4 years ago. So watch for him to take the lead. That's exactly what's happening. Glock is taking the lead. The Brazilian in the backstroke. That's one of his best disciplines. Now we'll have to see what happens in the breaststroke.
Coming to the wall, they will touch and go over to 50 meters of breaststroke. And this could make the difference between gold and silver in these particular guys. Glock in 5 has made the turn over to breaststroke. Crispin just turned and is now on his breaststroke leg.
A real battle for 3rd spot there. We just saw that between lanes number 6 and 3, but right now focusing on the battle for gold medal. Crispin won the gold medal in the 100-meter breaststroke, so expect him to make a big move in the breaststroke, and then he also won the gold in the 50 freestyle, so if Glock has any hope of getting to the top of the podium, he's got to pick up his turnover a little bit if he possibly can here.
Glock just in front of Crispin. And way back is Roberto Alcalde of Brazil. He's swimming in lane 3. Right now seems to have the edge for the bronze. And Raul Martinez of Mexico is in lane 6. Pretty much dead heat going to the wall. They come off. It's Crispin and Glock. Just 15/100ths of a second separating these two. They're on the final leg. 50 meters of free.
So that was good for Glock. He did not let Crispin pass him. That was the key. He had to stay close to him. Now Crispin won a bronze medal in the 400-meter free as well, so he's got a bit of endurance. But I think Glock's got the power on him.
What a great finish for this men's 200 IM SM 5 through 6. Right now they're pretty even. Glock and Crispin. Glock, the Brazilian, Crispin, the Colombian, they're coming to the wall. It looks as if Glock will just out-touch him. He does. Glock gets the gold. Crispin the silver in the men's 200 IM. And back down the pool to pick up the bronze medalist, and it will be Roberto Alcalde of Brazil in lane 3. A sizable lead on Raul Martinez of Mexico. But Alcalde of Brazil, the 23-year-old who was gold in the 100 breast, gets bronze in the men's 200 IM. And still to come in lane 6, Raul Martinez will touch for 4th position. This race is a long way from being over and being official. We still have swimmers to come home. Right now, Scott Patterson, a very versatile Scott Patterson of Canada, is making his way to the wall. The 53-year-old will touch for 5th place. Up in lane 7, Ariel Quasi of Argentina, 32-year-old, who was silver on the 100 breast, 6 in the 100 fly. Just a couple of meters to go to finish his race. The men's 200 IM, SM 5 through 6. And making his way to the wall will be Daniel Murphy, the 26-year-old Canadian, who was 4th in the 50 fly, 5th in the 100 free, and bronze in the mixed relay. And he is just a few meters away from making this race official, the men's 200 IM. But one more swimmer still to come.
And I should mention that I talked about the numbers, S through 1 through 10. And the reason this one actually has 2 numbers associated with it is simply to allow more athletes to be able to compete. So you have SM for medley, 5 and 6 swimmers. At the Paralympic Games, you wouldn't have them combined because there are more swimmers and you have the separate divisions, 5 and 6. But here, both of them are getting to compete under one banner.
That's John Sierra, a 32-year-old from Colombia, who was 5th in the 100-meter breaststroke here in Toronto. About to close out this race. About 10 meters to go for Sierra. And the crowd brings him home.
Showing support for all the athletes about where they're from in the world here. This hospitable.
John Sierra finishes the men's 200 IM. The gold to Glock of Brazil, 240.93. The silver to Crispin of Colombia, 241.86. And the bronze to Alcalde of Brazil, 308.82.
Here's the battle. It changed leads 2 or 3 times during the race, but it came down to the freestyle. And Crispin on this side, Glock on the other side. Look at him, he's looking right at him, then he's going to put his head down. Head down. Don't take a breath. Don't take a breath. Crispin's breathing every stroke. I think that's a mistake. It cost him. Crispin is basically almost on his best time. Glock broke Crispin's America's record, so he had to do a best time to do it. Best time by a lot by Glock. That's why he won the race. Crispin stayed right about at his best time. He would have had to improve if he's going to win. And don't take a breath in the last 2 strokes. Put your head down. Go for the wall.
The final results for the men's 200 IM, SM 5 and 6. Gold to Taliesin Glock of Brazil. And we have a DQ on Sierra of Colombia.
Another record tumbles. I make that just 1 or 2 finals tonight that haven't had a record in them. Staggering stuff. Second America's record of the evening, of course. However, Riva setting an America's record a little bit earlier on this evening.
Mesdames et messieurs, voici les athlètes pour l'épreuve de 200 mètres 4 nages individuel SM6 pour les femmes.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a la gran final. Mujeres, 200 metros individual.
The women are coming on deck for the 200 IM, SM 5 and 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the women's 200 meters
of Mexico
individual
will have
medley
lane 4.
SM6 final.
And she'll be flanked by Riley Boyd and Sophie Herzog of the United States in 3 and 5.
Dans couloir 1, représentant les États-Unis.
Carril 1, Estados Unidos de América.
In lane
There's
1,
Haley
representing the
Birnbaum,
United States of America.
19-year-old from
Haley Birnbaum.
in Washington, trains in Colorado
Dans
Springs.
le
The
couloir 2,
US Olympic Center.
représentant le Brésil.
Bronze 4 years ago. There's the veteran. We've already seen her earlier this evening.
Representing
In
Brazil,
100-meter breaststroke, Susanna Schnarndorf, 47-year-old veteran from Brazil.
Dans le couloir
Was
3,
bronze in this race 4
représentant
years
les
ago.
États-Unis.
Sophie Herzog,
3, Estados Unidos de
18-year-old
América.
American, was
lane
silver
3, representing
about an
United
hour
States
ago
of
in the 100-meter
America,
breaststroke
Sophia
race. She's
Herzog.
also out of the state of Colorado.
Dans le couloir 4,
She got lane number 3.
représentant
Lane
le
number 4,
Mexique.
the favorite, Vanessa
Carril
Torrejo
4,
from Mexico, 21 years of age, won 5 medals at the Parapan Games 4 years ago. Started to swim at age 8. She is a
Dans le
Paralympian.
couloir 5,
Already has a
représentant
silver
les
medal in Toronto
États-Unis.
400-meter
Carril
freestyle.
5,
Here's your
Estados
gold
Unidos
medalist from
de
an hour ago
América.
in the 100-meter
Lane
breaststroke.
5, representing the
Riley
United
Boyd
States
from
of
the United
America,
States from Fort Collins,
Riley
Colorado.
Boyd.
Two of the
Dans le
Americans are
couloir
from
6,
Colorado.
représentant le Mexique.
Carril 6, México.
Lane number 6,
In lane
Naomi
6,
Samalera
representing Mexico,
from Mexico.
Naomi Samalera.
Dans le couloir
Silver in the
7,
50-meter
représentant
freestyle.
le Mexique.
Carril
She picked up a
7,
bronze in that same
México.
race, the 100-meter breaststroke, an hour
Representing
ago.
Mexico,
Laura Lopez,
Laura
16-year-old from
Lopez.
Mexico, won the 400-meter
Et dans le
freestyle
couloir
in
8,
opening night.
représentant le
And
Brésil.
Stefanani
Carril
D'Olivia,
8, Brasil.
16 years of age, from
Representing
Brazil.
Stephanie
Already has a silver and a bronze medal.
This is the women's 200 meters
Individual events
medley
here at this competition.
SM6 final.
8 swimmers getting set to compete for the medals in the women's 200 IM, SM5 and 6. Diana Trejo, the defending champion from Mexico, will be in lane 4. She'll be flanked by a couple of American teenagers, Riley Boyd in 5 and Sophie Herzog in 3. The women's 200 IM, SM5 through 6, they start with 50 of fly, follow that with 50 of back, 50 breast, and finish with 50 meters of freestyle.
Well, the two Americans, Boyd and Herzog, in lane 3 and 5, are obviously going to hope that you can see that it's one in mid-serve and 2 is with the yellow cap, and you see the two Americans in the black caps. But luck comes back. They were in lane 3 and 5 an hour ago, and they won gold and silver. So can it repeat with the same seed game structures?
Get ready again.
Remember, this race demands versatility. You've got to be good in all 4 strokes. The fly, the backstroke, the breast, and the free to make it work on a consistent basis. They head to the wall, they touch, turn over, and go over the backstroke. And it's Trejo, the defending champion. Samalera is next, followed by Herzog of the United States as they go over the back.
And as you said, Steve, it's a function of what you have as your weak stroke. And it's very interesting. I've heard coaches talk about it. Well, we got to work on our weak stroke. We got to work on our weak stroke. And there's no question that as an individual medley swimmer, you need to work on your weak stroke. But you can't abandon your best stroke because that's where you're going to get the lead. And so you can't. I've seen coaches make that mistake where they abandon the best stroke to work on their weak stroke, and all of a sudden then their advantage disappears. Maybe they're a little bit better in their weak stroke, but the advantage they had in the butterfly beat or the backstroke, and obviously pretty obvious Trejo is the better backstroke player, right? But you can't abandon that because this is where you're going to win the race. You're just going to try to avoid losing it in your weak stroke.
Diana Trejo of Mexico touches, turns over, and goes to 50 meters up breaststroke. This is the women's 200 IM, SM5 through 6. Sophie Herzog of the United States has touched and gone to the breaststroke, as has her teammate Riley Boyd. They are going to challenge Diana Trejo right now in the breaststroke.
Yes, the two Americans have a very good breaststroke, so I would imagine that they might be able to catch. There's your leader right now, Trejo. They might be able to catch Trejo on the breaststroke leg. Both of them are starting the charge, making a real good charge at this point. And again, when we're talking about training, you practice being tired. You practice doing a piece of workout when you go with 50-meter backstroke, 50-meter breaststroke. You don't just isolate one stroke.
But we know that Trejo is a good freestyler. She won silver in the 400 free, but what kind of a lead is she going to have to give up here to the two Americans? They were silver in the 100 breast and gold in the 100 breast, and right now it is Riley Boyd, the gold medalist in that event, who is heading to the wall. She'll touch, turnover, and go to freestyle. She's already on the freestyle leg. Trejo is on the freestyle leg, as is Sophie Herzog.
So the question now becomes, Trejo is the better freestyler. Did she give away too much in the breaststroke? Because those two women were expected to take the lead in the breaststroke. They did, but now Trejo's trying to make a comeback on her. Will she have enough space to catch them?
Right now it is Riley Boyd of the United States, the 19-year-old with a slight lead on her teammate Sophie Herzog, as there are about 15 meters to go. Can Trejo catch them? Trejo, the defending champion, she's not going to do it. Riley Boyd still in front. Riley Boyd with a couple of meters to go. Riley Boyd at the wall. She wins the women's 200 IM. Herzog takes the silver, and the defending champion, Vianney Trejo of Mexico, has to settle for the bronze. Riley Boyd celebrating a victory in the women's 200 IM SM 5 and 6. Swimmers still coming in, touching for fourth. Somalera of Mexico. Coming to the wall in lane 7, Valerie Lopez. And touching now, Susana Shondor of Brazil. Two more swimmers to come. Lane 1, Haley Birnbaum of the United States. And at the top of your picture, in lane 8, Estefania de Oliveira of Brazil. Birnbaum finishes her race in the 200 IM. And putting this one into the books, Estefania de Oliveira of Brazil. The gold goes to Riley Boyd, 3:23 flat. The silver to Sophie Herzog, 3:23.31. And the bronze to Vianney Trejo, the defending champion, 3:24.28.
Well, the two Americans made a big move in the breaststroke, and they had about a body length this much lead going into the freestyle. They're a little bit worried about Trejo, the defending champion, because Trejo has a better freestyle, but not today. Boyd at the top, Herzog on the bottom, and Trejo has to settle for the bronze medal. Absolutely a great swim, and of course history repeating itself. An hour ago, those were the exact two lanes that Boyd and Herzog were in for the breaststroke when they gold and silver. An hour later, they come back in a different event and win gold and silver.
What a night for Riley Boyd and Sophie Herzog. Gold and silver in two events. Riley Boyd wins the women's 200-meter IM. Sophie Herzog is second, and Vianney Trejo, the defending champion, finishes third.
Disqualification, lane 8.
Mesdames et messieurs, voici les athlètes pour l'épreuve de 200 mètres 4 nages individuel SM7 pour les hommes.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a la final. 200 metros hombres individual SM7.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the men's 200 meters individual medley.
Here come the athletes for the men's 200 IM SM7. And there's the start list for the men's 200 IM. In the middle, Carlos Serrano of Colombia, 16-year-old, looking for a second gold.
Carril 1, México.
Here's the first person of the 7-person field, Enrique Perez, 21 years of age from Mexico. This is his fourth race at the Parapans in Toronto. He's at a pair of fourth places and a seventh place. Matthias de Andrade from Argentina, 22 years of age, swam the 100-meter backstroke at the 22 Paralympic Games. With a silver in the backstroke 4 years ago, so watch for him to make a move in the backstroke in this one. Lucas McCrory, 21 years of age, from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and I've got to give a shout out because his uncle is my roommate at university, Gordon Downey, who won a bronze medal at the Olympic Games in the able-bodied Olympics. Carlos Serrano, 16 years of age from Colombia, was at the 2013 Youth Parapans, already has 2 medals this competition. He's got some real speed. Carlos Serrano, lane 4. Lane 5, Jean-Michel Lavalier from Canada, 24 years of age, trains in Quebec City, University of Laval, student. Was the flag bearer at the Canadian Worlds in 2010. for his silver medal in the 50-meter freestyle earlier in this competition. There's lane number 6, Italio Gomes, 19 years of age. 2 bronze medals already here in Canada, in Toronto at the 2015 Parapans in the 53 and the 400 freestyle. And the final swimmer in this field, lane number 7, Ivan Esquivel, 18 years of age from Mexico. He's only other swimmer in this competition. He was 6th
This is the
place.
men's 200 meters individual medley SM7 final.
No swimmer in lane 8.
7 swimmers going for 3 medals in the men's 200 IM SM7. Carlos Serrano of Colombia looking for a second gold as lane 4. Jean-Michel Chevalier of Canada is in 5. Lucas McCoy of the U.S. in 3. They start with 50 of fly, go to 50 meters of backstroke, 50 meters of breast, and then finish with 50 meters of freestyle.
It'll be interesting to see, and as you can see, butterfly is both hands around, but obviously if you have the one arm, then coming around one arm, you will not be disqualified. And that's what's happening in lane number 5, Lavalier from Canada, 24 years of age. He's doing a perfectly legal butterfly in this position right now.
Carlos Serrano of Colombia, as expected, leading the field to the wall. Serrano touches, turns over, and goes to 50 meters of backstroke. McCrory second, Perez is sitting in 3rd.
We did expect a move in the backstroke by lane number 2. We'll see if he can get back into the race. He's a very, very good backstroker. There he is, second from the bottom. So he should be able to move up and make serious ground in the backstroke. But can he get up to first and second? I'm not so sure. It looks like it's all Serrano and Lavalier. Serrano Colombian in lane 4. We mentioned that the yellow lane markers designate lane 4 and 5.
We know that Serrano is a very good freestyler. He won gold in the 50 free, silver in the 400 free, so he can fly once he gets to the freestyle. Serrano leading the field to the wall. He will touch and turn over and go to 50 meters of breast. Matias de Andrade of Argentina in 2 has got a good race going. But it is Serrano first to get to the breaststroke, followed by Jean-Michel Lavalier of Canada in lane 5.
And DeAndre did make that big move in the backstroke, but he's not quite as good in the breaststroke, so he probably will fall off. Whereas a good breaststroker is Lavalier. And remember, as you said, Steve, Serrano is a great freestyler, so if they can't catch him now, they're not going to catch him for the gold medal. So Lavalier is going to have to stay focused and trying to keep his position in second as the battle for 3rd kind of heats up back in lanes 2, 3, and 6.
Serrano putting on a bit of a lesson here for the rest of the field. He's only 16 years of age. He's going to touch the wall, turn over, and begin his final leg, which is 50 meters of freestyle. Carlos Serrano of Colombia in front, and he's got a sizable lead on Jean-Michel Lavalier of Canada, 6.75 seconds.
There's no doubt who's going to win this one. The Colombians have a pair of really, really great swimmers, Serrano being one of them, and he's going to win this handley. The question really becomes, can Lavalier get his best time, closer to him and close the gap?
Carlos Serrano of Colombia well in front of Jean-Michel Lavalier of Canada, sitting in 3rd place, and Lucas McCrory of the United States. 5 meters to go for Carlos Serrano of Colombia, and he gets gold in the men's 200 IM SM7. Coming into touch for silver, Jean-Michel Lavalier of Canada. And a neat little battle here now for bronze. Lucas McCrory is going to outtouch Italo Gomes of Brazil. McCrory gets the bronze on 4th place to Gomes in lane 6 for Brazil. Just about to touch Matias de Andrade. Had a really good backstroke leg, but he could not make it up when it counted on the freestyle. Coming into touch in lane 1, Enrique Perez of Mexico. And at the top of your picture, top of your screen, Ivan Esquivel of Mexico touches, and this race is history. The gold to Serrano with a time of 2:42.45. The silver to Lavalier of Canada with his clocking of 2:49.12. And 3rd place to Lucas McCrory of the U.S. 2:57.77.
Serrano does not really have a weak stroke. He's got a nice butterfly. not real in favor of actually having the swimmers touch their hands out in front. I think it delays them too long on the next stroke. But he's okay in the butterfly. Backstroke, good and steady. Head movement a little bit too much as he's going through the water. Makes him go back and forth and wiggle a little bit. Breaststroke, he really extended his lead. This was when the race basically became a one-man race. He extended his lead in freestyle. We know he's a good freestyle. Look at the powerful legs, great shape all the way, not dying, all the way to the wall. These three Colombians have some real good men. This man's only 16 years of age. Watch for him in a lot of Parapans and Paralympics in the future for sure.
Carlos Serrano gives it
The gold to Colombia in the men's 200 IM SM7. And we have a DQ for Canada's Jean-Michel Lavalier. So that moves up Lucas McCrory to the silver medal spot.
Lucas McCrory, comes from a background and a family of medal winners. He bumps himself up to a silver. Carlo Gomez, at the moment, according to our official results, has the bronze.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de remise des médailles.
Damas y caballeros, la ceremonia de premiación.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now bring you the victory ceremony for the men's 50 meters freestyle S11 final.
The athletes are coming on deck for a victory ceremony.
Les médailles seront présentées par
Las medallas serán entregadas por
The medals will be presented by Vice Minister of Sports for Cuba, Dr. Gladys Becerra Diaz.
accompagnées par
acompañada por
Accompanied by a member of the Medical Committee of the International Paralympic Committee, Dr. Güzel Idrisova.
médaille d'argent,
medalla de plata.
Silver medal winner, representing Brazil, Alex Parapan.
And we have a tie in the men's 50-meter free for the silver medal spot. So 2 silver medals will be handed out. Alex Parapan and Ryan Urbano of Colombia share the silver. Terrific battle to the wall for the silver medal. They were deadlocked. Men's 50 free.
Here's Urbano now getting the medal, the 21-year-old Colombian. It's his 4th medal of this
médaille
competition.
d'argent,
Medalla de
And there are
plata.
2 silver medals. I think most people realize
Silver
that.
medal
Just
winner
mentioned earlier,
representing
and there's 2 silver
Colombia,
medals. You do not give out a bronze medal.
Urbano.
4th person doesn't get lucky and can move back to a medal position.
médaille d'or et champion Parapan American,
Medalla de oro y campeón para Panamericano.
Brazil.
Gold medal winner
teammate
and Parapan American champion,
Colombia.
representing Brazil,
Silver.
Matheus Reine.
Matheus Reine of Brazil gets the gold. His first of 3 races here in Toronto, and he cashes in big time with a gold medal in the men's 50-meter free, S11.
He's 22 years of age, and this is the first time he's been to a podium in a major competition, so nice way to break into the international scene for sure. A gold medal, following up with a very strong Brazilian team that have been picking up medals in a lot of races here at the Parapan Games. And you just always have to mention if it's somebody from Brazil. Olympics are in Brazil, the Paralympics are in Brazil, both next year, next summer.
Mesdames et messieurs, l'hymne national.
Damas y caballeros, el himno nacional.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Brazil.
Damas y caballeros, con ustedes, los medallistas Panamericanos.
Will share the silver in the men's 50-meter freestyle S11.
There's our Brazilian team, and on the side, probably dancing away they are. A bit more subdued tonight. Because if you do send a tweet, you could end up on the boards in all of the venues, like these people. Take a great shot. You could end up on the big screens right around the Toronto Parapan American Games. Hi! How are we doing? That is a contender for smallest Canadian flag of the week. And a penguin.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de remise de médailles.
Damas y caballeros, la ceremonia de premiación.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now bring you the victory ceremony for the
The
men's
victory ceremony for the men's 53 S12. And to present the medals, Dr. Gladys Bakir Diaz, Vice Minister of Sports of Cuba. And Dr. Yuzel Idrisova, member of the Medical Committee of the International Paralympic Committee.
Médaille de bronze.
Medalla de bronce.
Bronze medal winner representing Puerto Rico, Darvin Baez.
Puerto Rico's first Parapan swimming medal, and it goes to Darvin Baez, the men's 53 S12.
This guy's got some speed. Holy mackerel. He was like a half a body length in front. He went off. Great start. Propelled the first 6, 7, 8 strokes. He was easily out in front. And then he just ran out of gas a little bit in the last maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 meters. With a little bit more more training, a little bit more experience, Parapan from Puerto Rico could come back 4 years from now. He'll win the gold medal. That's something you can't teach, Steve, is pure speed. That's what this guy has. So if he can perfect his technique and perfect his training, get a little more endurance, it's only a 30-second race, so
Medalla de plata.
Silver medal winner, representing Brazil, Felipe de Abreu.
Felipe de Abreu of Brazil gets the silver medal. He was 6th in the 200 IM, but he gets to the podium in the men's 53 S12.
And again, like both the silver and gold medalists, they had to overcome that early lead by the Puerto Rican Baez. They were able to do it in the last few meters, and Diablo was only 6th in his other race. Gets to the podium here with the silver medal. Brazilians like the sprints.
Médaille d'or, champion Parapan American.
Medalla de oro y campeón para Panamericano.
Gold medal winner and Parapan American champion, representing Colombia, Diego Cuesta.
Well, he was 4th in the 100 back, 5th in the 100 breast, and 200 IM. He finally gets to the podium. This is Diego Cuesta of Colombia, the 29-year-old, takes the gold in the men's 53 S12.
Didn't panic when he was behind, was able to keep his stroke rate going, showed lots of power the last 5 meters, and that propelled him to the wall, and he was able to get the gold medal. We saw another Colombian win another gold medal earlier in the race. As I said, they got a nice core of good swimmers for their Parapan team, leading themselves into the Paralympics next year. First time to the podium for Cuesta.
Mesdames et messieurs, l'hymne national.
Damas y caballeros, el himno nacional.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Colombia.
Diego Cuesta of Colombia, gold in the men's 50-meter freestyle S12. Brazil take the silver, and the bronze goes to Puerto Rico.
So we keep saying it, but the views send us your tweets. We'll try and read them out. And Gordon has done just that. Thank you very much to Gordon SB. He says, great action in the swimming pool here at TO 2015. Keep the hashtags coming in, keep the tweets coming in as well. Benoit Huot says, you guys are lucky to have me here. Absolutely ridiculous. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. Thank you very much to Benoit for that tweet. Don't believe that in the slightest. It's an absolute pleasure to have been asked to be here at these Parapan American Games. And all these people in the crowd, you've entertained me, you've entertained the swimmers, hopefully as they've entertained you. Lots of flag jumping and dancing. These two are so excitable. I'd hate to see what they're like around Christmas time. If they own a pair of socks at Christmas, that's it. That's them done for the day. On the other hand, not really fussed. Is there a collective R? R. Two more races to come. Two more 200-meter individual medleys. One for the men, one for the women, both in the SM8 classification. They're coming up in just a few minutes' time. Don't forget, keep sending your tweets if you've got them. We'll read them out. Hashtag swimming, hashtag TO2015. See what we can do for you.
Mesdames et messieurs, voici les athlètes pour l'épreuve de 200 mètres 4 nages individuel SM8 pour les hommes.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a la gran final. Hombres, 200 metros, individual combinada, SM8.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the men's 200 meters individual medley, SM8.
There's the start list for the men's 200-meter IM SM8. Zano, Canada will have 3. 2 Mexicans will be in 4 and 5.
Carril 1, Brasil.
It's a full field, 8 swimmers. Lopes Maciel from Brazil, 37 years of age, a member of the 2012 para team. 6th in the 100-meter butterfly in this competition.
Carril 2,
Calamagna from
Argentina.
Argentina, 21 years of age. His father, Fernando Sr., competed in para swimming for Argentina and was a multi-medalist. Zach Zona, a young 16-year-old from Canada, in Waterford, Ontario, which is about 2 hours southwest of Toronto, closer to Lake Erie. He's on the Pan-Am team this year to compete in April. He's very cool. He has a pair of bronze medals already. Armando Andre from Mexico, 20 years of age, has a gold and silver medal already. Got 3 medals 4 years ago at the Parapan American Games, so it's for him to get another podium finish. Angel Butang, 23 years of age from Mexico, silver medal in the 100-meter butterfly. These Parapan Ams, and a relay medal 4 years ago as a 19-year-old. Veteran Tommy Asga, 24 years of age, 6 medals 8 years ago at the Paralympic Games. Didn't go 4 years ago. He's from Wisconsin. Next to him, lane number 7, Austin Orellana, 18 years of age from Argentina. This is his first major games. He just missed a medal in the 100-meter butterfly earlier in the competition. Lucas Poggi will have lane number 8, 22 years of age. Won a silver and bronze medal at the Games 4 years ago. Has a bronze medal already at these Games here in Toronto.
This is the men's 200 meters individual medley SM8 final.
8 swimmers getting set for the men's 200 IM SM8. Miguel Butel, Mexico, is at 5. Fernando Andrade, another Mexican, is in 4. Santana of Canada is in 3. And Asga of the United States in 6. Meters of butterfly, 50 of back, 50 breast, and 50 meters of freestyle. It's the men's 200 IM SM8.
Names 3, 4, and 5, so 1 at the bottom, 3, 4, and 5, starting with the Canadian and then the Mexican and Mexicans. They were 1, 2, 3 in the butterfly, so expect them to go out by the shot. But then lane 2 and 6 surrounding them were medalists in the backstroke, so maybe they'll be able to come back into the race in the second leg of this 4-lap race.
Fernando Andrade of Mexico in lane 4, leading the field to the wall. He's the defending champion. He touches and goes over to backstroke, followed by Buchan and Zana.
Andre is obviously the class in the field in this one. He's got a great butterfly. His backstroke's very solid. The only weakness he has is a little bit in the breaststroke, but I don't think that these other swimmers are going to be strong enough to catch him. But what is happening is lane 2 and 6 are starting to make a move now on the butterflies in lane 3 and 5. Lane 3 being Zona, the Canadians. There you can see him right now. And number 2 making a move, Calamagna.
Fernando Andrade of Mexico coming to the wall, just 5 meters out now. He will touch, turn over, and go to 50 meters up breaststroke. That's a good lead. What kind of a breaststroke is?
We're going to find out right now if he can hold on to this lead in the breaststroke. Breaststroke looks fine at this particular point. I don't see any difficulty with any of the other swimmers being able to catch him. A nice strong kick, good pull.
He was gold in the 100 fly, silver in the 53, so we know he can finish strongly, and fourth in the 100 back. He's a very versatile swimmer. This is Armando Andrade of Mexico, 20 years of age, the defending champion in the men's 200 IM.
5 guys in a line right across the pool, and 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7 for the silver medal race. Nobody's going to get the gold medal other than this man here, Andrade from Mexico, way out in front. Look at that. 3, 4, 5 bottle lengths in front. Good race for the silver.
Andrade turns over and will finish with 50 meters of freestyle. Way in front. Great battle for silver and bronze now. And coming off the wall and heading home in lane 5 is Angel Butien and Orlana of Argentina. In 5 it is Butien, but they are not going to get close to Armando Andrade of Mexico, the defending champion. A successful title defense here in the men's 200 IM. Andrade of Mexico touches for the gold. And coming in to take the silver is Mexican teammate Angel Butien. And coming in for bronze, a great finish for bronze, and Zach Zana of Canada gets the bronze medal. Just out-touching Tony Esca of the United States. Great finish between those two. Racers still in the water, coming to the wall. In lane 1, Lopes Maciel of Brazil at the top of your picture. In lane 8, Hoagie touches, and this race is now official. The men's 200 IM, won by Andrade, a successful defense, 2:33.77. Second to Butien with a time of 2:42.10, and third place to Zach Zana of Canada.
Andrade does not have a weak stroke. That's a new games record time. Broke the time that he did 4 years ago when he won the gold medal. And I mentioned before that it's perfectly legal to do one-arm butterfly in para swimming. This classification, and that's what he does. Beautiful stroke on the fly. Stays very, very steady in the water. He's obviously dominant with the one arm there. Breaststroke, nice and steady, looking straight forward. This is very hard to do, folks, to get a swim breaststroke with one arm like this, and yet he stays very focused, very steady, not going side to side. Look at the powerful kick at the end there, all the way to the wall. Very, very good. Good fitness, good shape. He trains hard to be able to finish that way. Congratulates the silver medalist, his teammate, Butien, both of them from Mexico, gold and silver.
Armando Andrade, a successful defense of his men's 200-meter IM title in the SM8. The silver goes to his Mexican teammate, and Zach Zana of Canada picks up the bronze.
Mesdames et messieurs, voici les athlètes pour l'épreuve de 200 mètres 4 nages individuels SM8 pour les femmes.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a la gran final. Mujeres, 200 metros, individual combinada, SMB.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes from
The swimmers are coming on deck for the women's 200 IM, and this is the start list. 5 Canadians in this one, but in the middle lane will be Camille Barudo, 20-year-old, silver in the 100 back.
Here's the first of 5, Sabrina Duchesne, 14 years of age, out of Quebec City, youngest member of the Canadian national team here at the Parapan. First year on the national senior team. Sarah Mahan, 20 years of age, out of Vernon, BC, now trains and attends McGill University. And the head coach, varsity coach Peter Carpenter, is on the 2012 Paralympic team.
Carril 3, Estados
from the United
Unidos de
States, only
América.
14 years of age, second year on the national team from
United States of
Parapan American
America.
Games, which is a suburb, or just outside, I should say, of Chicago. She won the 100-meter backstroke, but Great push in the last 5 meters here at this competition. Camille Berube, 20 years of age from Gatineau, which is across the river for those not familiar with Canadian geography, across the river from the capital of Ottawa. The coach is Dave Heimbach. Mallory Wegman,
Estados
26 years
Unidos
of
de
age.
América.
2010
5,
Paris
representing
Swimmer
United
of the
States
Year
of
by Swimming
America,
World
Mallory
Magazine. 8 gold
Wegman.
medals at the World Championships back in 2010. She's out of Minneapolis. Another Canadian, Abby Tripp, 14 years of age, entering grade 9 in Kingston, Ontario.
In lane
She's out
6,
of number
representing
6.
Canada, Abby Tripp.
Next to her in lane number 7, another Canadian, Tess Rutledge from Caledon, Ontario, a suburb just outside Toronto.
In lane 7, representing
People in Caledon don't
Canada,
want to call it a
Tess
suburb, but it's
Rutledge.
fairly close. You can't commute. Started swimming at age 14, certainly fast-tracking her into the field right now. She won the gold in the 50-meter freestyle, and the final woman is Karina Lopez from Mexico, 17 years of age, a 5th and a 6th place.
This is the women's 200 meters individual medley SM8 final.
8 swimmers getting set for the women's 200 IM, SM7 and 8. 5 Canadians in this one. In the middle, Camille Berube of Canada, flanked by 2 American swimmers, Mallory Wegman of the United States, and Amelia Rottenberg. Meters of butterfly, 50 of back, 50 of breast, and finishing with 50 meters of freestyle. The women's 200 IM, SM7 through 8.
And we've got some real good backstrokers. Lane 3, 4, and 5 are all backstrokers, so don't look for any change in the lead during the backstroke. So we'll have to see. Going out like an absolute rocket here is Mallory Wegman. She's not a real good breaststroker, I think, so this is obviously the way she decided she's got to go after this. I actually think that she's been getting stronger as this meet goes on. She's having a little trouble the opening day, and every day now she's getting better and better.
Mallory Wegman first off the wall and first over to 50 meters of backstroke. She was bronze in the 100 back, so you know she can do that well. Mahan is sitting in second spot right now.
So we'll really change hands. We've got good backstrokers in lane 3, 4, and obviously Wegman way out in front. Good and steady. Momentum is very, very important. So she doesn't have a strong kick, as you noticed. So she's got to keep the momentum going so that'll keep her hips higher so that she doesn't have a lot of resistance. If she slows down the turnover and her hips sink, and then she's going to go over and feel a lot of resistance. So that's what she's got to do. All the swimmers have got to try to do that to the best of their ability.
Wegman leading the field to the wall. She'll touch and turn over and have 50 meters of breaststroke. As the rest of the field comes to the wall, led by Sarah Mahan of Canada and Berube, they go over to the breast.
Well, you've got 3 Canadians in second, third, and fourth, so we'll hope to get into the podium. It should happen. We have 5 swimmers in this field, so you got to roll the dice and hope you get one. Now, Wegman is a bit weaker in the breaststroke. You can see that she doesn't have a real powerful pull. Probably a little bit short. May want to pull a little bit more under her body if she could. The question is, can Berube, the Canadian in lane 5, catch her? Another Canadian up in lane number 6 now, starting to make a move. Abby Tripp, the young 14-year-old.
Wegman is a very good freestyler, silver in the 50 and the 400 free here in Toronto, and she is leading the way to the wall. She'll touch, turn over, and try and finish with 50 meters of freestyle in front if she can, but the Canadians are closing. Abby Tripp to her left has made a move. They come to the wall. Wegman first over to the freestyle. Tripp is second over to the free, and Mahan is third.
And Berube is right there as well. So we've got 3 Canadians. Can they catch Wegman? Wegman, as you said, is a good freestyler. I don't think anybody's going to touch Wegman. This is the Wegman that was voted the Paris Swimmer of the Year back in 2010. Not the woman we saw the opening night. Much stronger, much better swimming right now, dominating.
Mallory Wegman of the United States leading the way to the wall in the 200 IM. Great battle now for silver and bronze between the Canadians. Wegman 5 meters from touching and taking gold in the women's 200 IM. Gold to Wegman of the U.S. coming to the wall. What a great finish for silver here. And touching is Tess Rootleaf and Berube. Silver and bronze for Canada in the women's 200 IM. Where did Rootleaf come from?
Great last 50-meter freestyle. Man, she did win the gold in the 50-meter freestyle. That woman got the bronze medal. Wegman gets the gold medal, dominated from start to finish in this 200-meter individual medal. There's your surprise right there. Rootleaf getting the silver medal. Gold medal in the 50-meter freestyle. I mentioned the starting the fast tracker. She's only 16 years of age, but she's really starting to make her presence felt. That's Rootleaf on the national scene, international scene, I should say, for Canada. Here's your gold and bronze medal. Wegman on the right.
Get the silver medal on the left. She also brings the S7.
This is a very, very good butterfly.
As well. So two
Without the
game
power, without
records
really much of a
in our
kick to be
final
able to keep
race.
her hips high.
Two
She keeps her
Canadian
stroke
medals,
going.
ladies and gentlemen. A
Backstroke,
big
the same
round of
thing. I
applause,
mentioned good
not just for these
turnover,
ladies,
pretty
but
good
for all the
flexibility
athletes
on
that
the
are from
arms.
here tonight
Ran
on
her knee a
evening
little
number
bit wide on the
4
shoulders,
of the
but it's still pretty good.
Parapan
Breaststroke is her
Games.
weakest stroke. Good pull.
Ceci est un nouveau record déjà dans la catégorie SM8 pour Mallory Wegman des États-Unis et aussi dans la catégorie SM7 pour Tess Rootleaf.
Canadians. Well, there's nobody in the screen with Wegman. Very good all the way to the wall. Keep it going. As we said, one of the great paraswimmers of all time. Now watch that. Way up the top. She's going to come in very quickly. I almost thought she took another stroke too many and was going to cost her, but she got in there just in time to Berube and Tripp, who made a great move in the breaststroke. Couldn't quite hang on for her challenge for the medals, and had to settle for fourth. Canada does get a pair of medals behind the American swimmer.
Terrific swim from Mallory Wegman of the United States, the 26-year-old. Does it with a time of 3:02.14. Mallory Wegman of the United States gets the gold in the women's 200 IM. The Canadians are silver and bronze.
As we say, we've got the medal ceremonies coming up in just a couple of moments. Please do stick around.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de remise de médailles.
Damas y caballeros, la ceremonia de premiación.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now bring you the victory ceremony for the women's 50 meters freestyle S12 final.
The victory ceremony for the women's 50-meter freestyle, S11 and 12.
Les médailles seront présentées par
Las medallas serán entregadas por
souvenir
Medals
mascot,
will be presented by
Ms.
member
Janice
of the board
Thompson,
of directors of the Toronto 2015
board of directors of
Parapan
the
Games,
Toronto
Janice
2015
Thompson.
Parapan Am Games, assisted by Mr.
Accompagné
Jürgen
par-
Padberg,
acompañada por
Paralympic Sports Senior
Accompanied by
Manager,
Paralympic Sports Senior Manager of the International Paralympic Committee, Mr. Jürgen Padberg.
médaille de bronze.
medalla de bronce.
Bronze medal winner representing Brazil, Raquel Fier.
Raquel Viel of Brazil, the 32-year-old, who was gold in the 100 back, silver in the breast. She completes the collection with a bronze in the women's 50 free.
It was a very, very close race. Not much separating these athletes, and she just wasn't able to quite get to the wall as quick as the other two swimmers to get herself in a position to complement the gold and silver medals that she already has at this competition. So now she's got the full suite. All three of them, gold, silver, and bronze.
Médaille d'argent.
Medalla de plata.
Silver medal winner, representing Argentina, Parapan Moro.
Also completing the set, Annabelle Moro of Argentina. She was gold in the 100-meter breast, bronze in the 100 back, and now she adds the silver to that collection in the women's 50 free, S11 and 12.
36 years of age. This is her 4th Parapan Ams. She had 8 medals coming into Toronto. She now has 11 career medals at the Parapan Ams. 3-time Paralympian is Annabelle Moro. And boy, she almost got a gold medal. 5 100s.
Médaille d'or, championne Parapan American.
Medalla de oro y campeona para Panamericana.
Gold medal winner and Parapan American champion, representing Venezuela, Belkis Mota.
And there is the Parapan Am champion and gold medalist in the women's 50 free, S11 12, Belkis Mota of Venezuela, 32-year-old. Gold will go along with her bronze in the 100 breast.
She defends her title. She won it 4 years ago. She won the 100 free 4 years ago as well. So there's no doubt she'd be in the mix, but it took her experience to get to that wall. And one quick little arm turnover, and she made the excellent touch to win by 5 100ths of a second. Mota from Venezuela, gold medal.
Mesdames et messieurs, l'hymne national.
Damas y caballeros, el himno nacional.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Venezuela.
Venezuela, gold medalist in the women's 50-meter freestyle, S11 and 12. Silver to Argentina and bronze to Brazil.
I don't know why you don't believe this, but having never won a major international medal myself, I've no idea what goes on in the mind when you stood there on the podium, you received your medal and your national anthem is going up. But I do know what it does. It does make you very emotional. Lots of tears this week. It's great to see that it does mean so much to so many of these athletes.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
He said it all. Very, very correct. It is fantastic. Once again, thank you very much. Do stick around. Some more medal ceremonies to come in just a moment or two. Antonio has come up with another hashtag. Want to read that one out?
Best announcer ever. Hashtag best announcer ever. Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de remise des médailles.
Damas y caballeros, la ceremonia de premiación.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now bring you the victory ceremony for the men's 200 meters individual medley SM6 final.
The victory ceremony for the men's 200 IM SM56.
Médaille de bronze.
Medalla de bronce.
Bronze medal winner, representing Brazil, Roberto Alcaida.
He was gold in the 100 breast. Now he's bronze in the 200 IM. This is Roberto Alcalde of Brazil. Ms. Janice Thompson, member of the board of directors of the Toronto 2015 Parapan American Games, presenting the medals. Mr. Jürgen Padberg, Paralympic Sports Senior Manager of the International Paralympic Committee. President Pachi, the Pokeball, the souvenir mascot,
Médaille
with the
d'argent.
40-link clip.
Medalla de plata.
Silver medal winner, representing Colombia, Nelson Crispin.
Nelson Crispin gets the silver.
Well, he's got 2 gold and a bronze already, and this was a knockdown drag-out race, and he just wasn't able to get to the wall quick enough. And the man that had to beat him, Nelson Crispin, made him work real hard. He made him break his own national America's record. In order to do it, Nelson Crispin was the holder of the America's record in this race, the men's 200 AM SM56. And the man that beat him for the gold medal had to go faster and break that record in order to beat him. Nelson Crispin had a great race.
Médaille d'or, champion Parapan American.
Medalla de oro y campeón para Panamericano.
Gold medal winner and Parapan American champion, representing Brazil, Tyson Block.
There's your Parapan Pan Am champion, the men's 200 IM, Tyson Block of Brazil, with that record time of 240.93.
He was able to hold on in the freestyle and put his head down the last few meters, time the wall properly, get that gold medal. An excellent race, good knockdown drag-out, as I said earlier, between the 2 gentlemen, Glock and Crispin. They were 20 seconds ahead of the rest of the field, everyone else in the field.
Mesdames et messieurs, l'hymne national.
Damas y caballeros, el himno nacional.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Brazil.
Gold to Tyson Glock of Brazil in the men's 200 IM
Los medallistas
SM56.
para Panamericanos.
Silver to
Ladies
Nelson
and
Crispin
gentlemen,
of
the
Colombia, and
Parapan
bronze to
American medley.
Roberto Alcalde of Brazil.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de remise de médailles.
Damas y caballeros, la ceremonia de premiación.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now bring you the victory ceremony for the women's 200 meters individual medley SM6
Here they
final.
come, the medalists in the women's 200 IM for their victory ceremony. SM5-6. What a race this was. Riley Boyd and Sophie Herzog of the United States knocking off the defending champion from Mexico, Vianney Trejo. They did
Médaille
it
de
on the
bronze.
freestyle.
Medalla
Last
de
leg of
bronce.
the 200
Bronze
IM.
medal winner, representing Mexico, Vianney Trejo.
There's Vianney Trejo, defending champion. And at one point it looked like she had a lock on it, but she couldn't hang on in the freestyle. So she has to settle for bronze.
No stranger to the podium, that's for sure. 5 medals 4 years ago at the Parapan Ams in Guadalajara, Mexico. Started to swim at age 8. Was at the Paralympic Games in 2012 in London. Already has a silver medal here. Now she's got a bronze medal. Races to go.
Médaille d'argent.
Medalla de plata.
Silver medal winner, representing the United States of America, Sophia Herzog.
Earlier tonight, she was silver in the 100-meter breaststroke, and she gets her second silver medal of the evening. This is Sophie Herzog of the U.S., the 18-year-old, and this coming in the women's 200-meter individual medley, SM5-6.
2 women that are living in Colorado. Gold and silver medals. Herzog. Bronze in the 50-meter freestyle as well. Earlier in the competition, but
Médaille
2 silver
de
medals
championne
in 1
Parapan
evening.
American.
Medalla de oro. Y
Even more special for this woman,
Parapan
Riley Boyd,
American
19 years of age from Fort
Gold
Collins,
medal winner,
Colorado. 2 gold medals
American
tonight. On a breaststroke, and
champion,
now the
representing the United States of
individual medal.
America, Riley Boyd.
Great personality, Riley Boyd and Sophie Herzog. They are really having fun here in Toronto at the Parapan American Games. Of course, it's always fun when you're winning medals, but they're really into it.
Certainly are. Boyd, of course, has a little more experience. She was at the Parapan Ams 4 years ago, won a couple of medals. And Sophie Herzog, her teammate, this is one of her first major international games. She gets second, but Boyd gets the gold. And for that, she gets
Mesdames
the
et
gold.
messieurs, l'hymne national.
And I bet you she'll call over Sophie.
Damas y
They'll
caballeros,
hug
el
during the
himno nacional.
guarantee.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the United States of America.
For the U.S. team, gold and silver in the women's 200-meter individual medley.
Parapan Americanas.
Vianney Trejo of Mexico
American medalists.
gets the gold.
asking, all right, tell us where you've come from. Charlene says she's travelled all the way from Hamilton to watch the swimming here. Go Canada tonight. Hope you've enjoyed yourself here. Always know a good Twitter handle, Madison. It's at coconut_twist. No idea.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de remise des médailles.
Damas y caballeros, con ustedes la ceremonia de premiación.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now begin the victory ceremony for the men's 200 metres individual medley SM7 final.
This is the victory ceremony for the men's 200-meter individual medley SM7.
Les médailles seront présentées
Representing the medals,
Medallas
Mr.
serán
Joe
entregadas
Halstead,
por
member of the board of
Medals will be
directors of
presented
the
by member of the board of directors of the
2015
Toronto 2015
Games,
Parapan
and
Games.
Mr. Anthony
Joe
Ward,
Halstead.
technical delegate for swimming.
accompagné par
acompañado por
Accompanied by technical delegate for swimming, Tony Ward.
médaille de bronze.
medalla de bronce.
Bronze medal winner, representing the United States of America, Lucas McCrory.
Lucas McCrory will get the bronze medal in the men's 200 Ironman SM7. Brother Nick McCrory won a bronze medal, 10 meters synchro diving at the London Olympics. Able body diving.
He started swimming at age 12 from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. What we do need to mention is that there was initially at the finish of this race a disqualification announced that would have moved Lucas McCrory up to second, but that disqualification has now been overturned, which meant the silver medalist at the time that was going to lose his medal was reinstated, and that's him right there. Happy guy, Jean-Michel Lavalier from Canada will get the silver medal for finishing second in the 200 IM. He's out of Quebec City, attends the University of Laval.
And that's his second silver medal at these games. He won a silver in the 50 free. Obviously, the Canadians protested.
And were able to win that protest in very short order, because usually it takes a lot longer to solve something like that. That was only a short period ago. There's nothing more devastating as an athlete to see a big DQ next to him, so it's nice that it was turned around.
Gold medal winner and Parapan American champion, representing Colombia, Carlos Serrano.
There's no question about the gold medalist in this one, Carlos Serrano, Colombian, only 16 years of age. His second gold medal at the games here in Toronto. He was gold in the 50 free, and now he's gold in the men's 200 Ironman.
And he won this in a games record, and he was almost 7 seconds ahead of everybody else in the field, and really at only 16 years of age. I said it earlier, I'll say it again. This young man has got a tremendous future ahead of him in parasport.
Mesdames et messieurs, l'hymne national.
Damas y caballeros, el himno nacional.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Colombia.
silver, and the United States the bronze in the men's 200-meter individual medley SM7.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de remise de médailles.
Damas y caballeros, la ceremonia de premiación.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now bringing the victory ceremony for the men's 200 meters individual medley SM8 final.
Athletes are coming on deck for the victory ceremony in the men's 200-meter individual medley SM8. Mexico 1-2 in this one. Saxon of Canada.
Médaille de bronze.
Medalla de bronce.
Bronze medal winner representing Canada, Zach Sola.
A second bronze medal for Zach. He was bronze in the 100 fly. Make that a third bronze medal. Bronze in the 100 fly and the 100 free. Now he's bronze in the 200 IM.
And this one really came out of nowhere. He was way, way behind and just put his head down on the freestyle and just kept coming and coming and coming. And with a perfect last stroke, he was able to out-touch Orana from Argentina by 6/100ths of a second to get that bronze medal.
Silver medal winner representing Mexico, Angel Gutierrez.
Gutierrez, Mexico. Silver in the 100 fly and silver in the 200 IM.
Years of age. 4 years ago, as a 19-year-old, he could only get to the podium on the relay for Mexico. Now he can get to the podium on his own. That's his second medal. Pair of silver medals so far. So far. He's got another race.
Parapan American.
Medalla de oro y campeón para Panamericano.
Gold medal winner and Parapan American champion representing Mexico,
done it 2 games in a row. Armando Andrade of Mexico wins the men's 200 IM.
Paralympian from 2012. It's his third medal, 2 gold, 1 silver already at this competition. As we said, defending champion. He had 3 medals at the Parapan Ams 3 years ago. Once you taste the podium, it's pretty easy to get back in the water and keep training. You want to get back there again. And so 4 years later, he finds himself back on the podium many times.
Damas y caballeros, el himno nacional.
Ladies and gentlemen, the
And once
national
you hear your
anthem
anthem,
of
you want to hear it
Mexico.
again as well. And we will hear that right now.
Mexico, gold and silver, Canada bronze in the men's 200-meter individual medley, SMA.
Ladies and gentlemen, just one more medal ceremony to come. I'm sure there's going to be some big cheers involved in this. Thank you very much for all of those that have stuck around to show their support for these medal winners.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de remise de médailles.
Damas y caballeros, la ceremonia de premiación.
Ladies and
The
gentlemen,
presenters, Mr. Joe Halstead and Mr. Anthony Ward, are in position, rating the athletes for the victory ceremony in the women's 200-meter individual medley, SM 7 and 8. There were 5 Canadians in this race, so the chances of Canada getting to the podium were pretty good.
Medalla de bronce.
2 out of 3 is not
bronze
bad.
medal winner representing Canada, Camille Berube.
But I think this is a bit of a surprise. Camille Berube gets the bronze, and she was tabbed to get gold.
And the catch was, she swam a very good race. Just 2 other women swam even better races. So Camille Berube, the 20-year-old of Gatineau outside of Ottawa. First year on the national team was back in 2009. She's a Paralympian, 2012. Veteran of the World Championships, already has a silver medal to her credit. Now she's got a bronze medal. Right around her best time.
Médaille d'argent.
But the surprise, one of them,
De plata.
was this silver medalist. Tess Rutler, 16 years of age, from Caledon, outside Toronto. Started swimming just 2 years ago at age 14. 4 fourth places at the Worlds, and she's translated that into that last burst of freestyle to get to the podium.
But as you said, we shouldn't have been surprised. She was gold in the 50 free.
She's got a great freestyle, and she used every bit of it in that 50-meter freestyle on the end of the individual medley. Came storming home and outtouched both Berube and her other Canadian teammate, Sarah Mahan, who just missed the podium. Tenths of seconds separating them.
Medalla de oro y campeona para Panamericana.
Ladies and gentlemen, gold medal winner and Parapan American champion, representing the United States of America, Mallory Wegman.
Mallory Wegman of the United States, the gold medalist in the women's 200 IM.
A boatload of medals to this woman's credit. The World Championships we mentioned, she won 8 gold medals back in 2010. Was the Paris swimmer of the year that year, the World Swimmer of the Year in Paris swimming. Out of Minneapolis, attended the school at the University of Minnesota. She's now a writer, 26 years of age. Started the meet out a bit slow, wasn't able to get to the podium in her first race, and then all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. Now she's top of the podium. She's got a pair of silver, a bronze, and now a gold.
And she could write a book on how to win the women's
Mesdames et
200
messieurs,
IM.
l'hymne national.
And she gets to hear the U.S.
Damas
national
y
anthem.
caballeros, el himno nacional.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the United States of America.
segment of the United States. The gold medalist in the women's 200 and flanked by a couple of Canadians. And you'll believe that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Parapan American Medley.